All right. Good evening. Good evening. You are tuning in to the Eagles Soaring High live broadcast. Eagles Soaring High Channel 2 live broadcast. Fireside chat with Eagles. And today I am introducing a new installment to my channel on today, entitled Let's Talk with Eagles. I am excited because not only am I introducing a new section to my channel, but I have a guest, a special guest on today. I want to welcome everyone before we get started. I want to welcome everyone and thank you all for coming. And I hope you come and you are ready to have a good time tonight. Let me turn myself up some. So we are here. I'm going to wait to see for some others to come in as I get ready to get started. Well, I have two videos that's going to be premiering, one this week and the other one on next week. The one that's premiering on this week is entitled, A Beautiful Wedding Day Turned into a Nightmare. I'm going to ask if you all would come by and take a look at that on this Friday. The second one that I really want you all to come by, to stop by and check out. Man, woman, boy, and girl. Doesn't matter. I need everybody to come on the following week, because there is a video that I've done called Hotel Nightmares, and it's important that everybody sees this video. In fact, Inside Edition did both of these stories. Very sad. The first one, The Beautiful Wedding Day Turned into a Nightmare, was such a sad story that I couldn't help but do it. And then this one, Hotel Nightmares, it's going to shock you to find out what takes place in these hotels. And so I want you all to go by and like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel, Eagles Soaring High Channel 2 Fireside Chat with Eagles, and my first channel, Eagles Soaring High Channel 1. Well, we're looking to have a really great time, an awesome time on tonight. I want to thank the person that's here I see that you're here in the clouds. Thank you for showing up. Let me close this window so that there is no echo or any sort. I am excited about tonight. I really am. I met Sparkle. Can't remember if I met her in DYS's chat or someone else's. I'm going to make sure I'm going to ask her when I bring her up. But Sparkle is a kind woman. She's got a big heart, and her heart is filled with so much love. She has been very kind to me. She has been a support to me, and I really, really, really appreciate this sister. She's an amazing content creator. If you ask me, she is amazing. And so I'm going to get ready to bring up this young woman that is not a stranger. Hello, speak with your girl, Marcella. She says, hello, Eagles and Sparkles. As soon as I bring you up, Sparkles, you'll be able to speak to everyone. Um, so, this guest, my guest, is not a stranger to the YouTube streets. She's not a stranger to the YouTube streets. She is awesome. She is amazing to me, and I am glad that I know her. So I'm going to get ready and bring up our guest, the one and only legendary Sparkle. Somebody greet Sparkle as I bring her up. Here we go. Hello.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hi,
All
my
right.
eagles.
How are you today, my sister? How
I'm,
are you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm getting ready to step out, but said I couldn't disappoint my eagles. I couldn't disappoint my eagles. I said I had to be here today because you are the true and living testament of God. I don't think there's no closer person, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
to the Most High than you.
Oh, bless you.
Um, yes. And I also love and I thank you. I don't actually remember where we met. It might have been in DBS's chat. If
Mm-hmm.
not, it might have been Hear Her TV's chat. I'm not sure because I've been
Okay.
all around these YouTube streets. And we are a group called the Contenders. Hello, my Marcelita. Marcella is, I think, besides you and Marcella, are maybe the most two that are closest to the true and living God. And I thank you guys for your growth, your support, your love, your authenticity, and your acknowledgement.
Absolutely.
Yes, and like I said, I think that you guys, you see no color, you see no gender, no boundaries, no anything. You just give of your heart, and I love that about you. You kiki with us. But you also have your amazing shining light that just beams on the whole YouTube streets, even though they have gotten really dark in these last few months.
Yes.
Yes, so but I thank you so much, for being the legendary Eagles, one of our contenders, of course, and
Oh, yeah.
also a prayer warrior. There's none other like you, like I said, and I'm just glad to know you as well, and I thank you so much for that standing ovation. But I definitely give it right back at you because you are definitely one of
Bless
the
you.
kind. Hmm.
Absolutely. Sharon Sales, how are you? She says,
Hi,
hi,
darling.
Sparkles.
Yes, hi, my baby. Hi, my Sharon. That's one of my moderators. That's one of our
Yes.
familiar. Yes, yes. But I'm
And
also
Dina
giving.
Grant has
Oh,
stepped
yes.
in the
Hey, my
building too.
Zena. Hi, Zena. Yeah, I'm sure, throughout the interview, a lot
Yes,
of
come
people
on in.
will step on it. Yes, but I love you guys. So where would you like to start, my Eagles? I know this is my interview, but I'm a guest in your blessed and anointed Most High house. So take it, whichever direction you choose.
Well, let's go on and start with the questions that I've come up with for you,
All right.
just to give me the opportunity to get to know you even better and up close and personal, as well as the others here. Hello, Karma is a bitch. How are you? She's speaking to you.
Hi, Karma. Hello. How are you?
Okay, so one of my questions that
Mhm.
I had was, what were you like as a child growing up, Sparkles? Were
Um,
you
okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
were you the are you were you the same as bubbly and happy and filled with joy? Did you have a lot of friends? Things like that?
I did. Pretty much, I'm the life of the party, as they say, or as a lot of people probably would say if you talk to them. Um,
Yes.
that I grew up with, and I'm pretty much a joy to be around. Now, we're not going to disregard that I do have my moments, as we all do, and I'm sure you even had a few, you know,
Yes.
step outside of get out your body moments. So I think
Oh
we've all
yes.
had that. But for the most part, everybody says that I'm a joy to be around and a delight. And I think they really don't like to see the other side of Sparkle, and I definitely appreciate that. But I'm pretty much as authentic as you're gonna get. If I feel it, I say it. If I see it, I say it. If I don't, you know, gravitate
Right.
towards it, then I just basically speak, black and white, speak clearly what it is. And sometimes I don't think, I have a bold presence, and I think a lot of people don't know how to take it, or
Right.
maybe they're misunderstood, or they misunderstand my strong energy. And I know a lot of people, some people are timid, and some people it takes a while to come out of their shells. So, but I'm pretty much I'm like that to an extent. But once, we get the party going, we get the party going. I'm a joy. Just a unrehearsed, all around funny people. And I think it comes a lot from both sides of my family. We have our my dad's side, who's like more the churchy side, but they will gather you, when they need to.
All
As
right.
I'm, yeah, that's who you actually remind me of. One of my dad's, like an uncle or a cousin or something. And it's just down to earth. We're down to earth people for the most part.
Okay.
And my mom's side is pretty much down to earth too. They're not so much as churchy, but they're a little bit more realer, and they express how they feel, and they basically hold no punches, or no holds barred. So that's basically what it is. But other than
So
that, I'm just a joy.
so you get the best of both worlds then.
And yes, I think that's
All
I think
right.
that's the best way to put it.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, so what age did you recognize that this was the path or the road you wanted to go down, the lifestyle that you wanted
Um,
to live?
as a transgender woman, I think or as they say uh in the LGBTQIA world, a T girl, they
Hmm.
we I've always known that I was different, and was different, and a little bit more, how would you say, a little bit more out outlandish, as far as you know
Hmm.
stepping out of the box. But I recognize that I loved my male connoisseurs in a little different way, but I also love my female connoisseurs in a
Right.
different way. But I love my females connoisseurs in a supporting and advocacy way, being that I had
Right.
more female, I think a lot more female relatives, and
Hmm.
they kind of outnumber the males just a little bit. So I always knew that there was something different about me, and something unique. So, and I just think that some people, they
Hmm.
don't know quite what the shining element is, as well as yourself in the spiritual world, or in the uh the the sanctified world, if you want to, call it that.
Right.
And I just think that I don't know. I think that people. I just have a thing, and some people gravitate towards it, and some people don't. But I can relate to more of the feminine qualities and characteristics of women, and they they tend to love on that. But it can be a blessing, but it also can be a
Right.
curse if you want to put it that
Okay. I got you.
way.
Let me address this Lizzie Borden right quick
Hmm.
because she came in and she says, "Hello, everyone. Please hear me out. Eagle soaring high before blocking me. I respectfully want you from the clouds. Respectfully, Sparkle. Why do you expose yourself on YouTube? I find it disgusting. We do have kids on this platform. You purposely expose your genitalia.
Okay, can I
Do you
respond?
want? Yes, you can if you want to.
I can, yes. Now, I guess you can block that person, but before you block them, I would like them to hear this. Lizzie Borden, we all do things that may be by accident. I don't know if you're closer to God than everybody up here, including Mr. Eagles, but things happen, and no, there was not intentional camera slips. So I'm guessing that you are a part of our obsessed contender fans, one of the regurgitators, or the uncheckables as they call themselves or like to think that they are. Um, but the best way I can answer that educationally, Miss Lizzie Board, okay, is that things happen. Camera slips happen. A lot of the the other side of YouTube, they don't show themselves, and they do a lot of things in the dark. I'm pretty much upfront and tell it like it is and show it like it is. Now, a lot of times there were camera slips. There was no intention to expose myself. I don't need that unless I'm being intimate with a partner. Obviously you tuned in, so obviously I'm going to assume, if I can correct me if I'm wrong, that you don't have a partner. But I don't know if you're here to be an author of chaos and confusion, but we don't do that on this channel. And as far as children, I was recently accused of R-ing people, which would never happen. By another person, content creator, if you want to call her that, which is so furthest from the truth. Um, Anything is starting to go on these dark YouTube streets, and this wasn't the intention and wasn't the purpose of YouTube. So before make rash statements, I think you need to uh, reconsider that maybe mistakes happen. I don't know if you're so perfect, Miss Board, that you never made mistakes. So that's the best way I can sum it up for you.
Tact, tasteful and classy,
Mhm.
Sparkle.
Thank you.
And Sparkle is absolutely correct. Things happen. It's
Hmm.
not. I don't think that she purposely means to
Hmm.
flash herself. Sometimes you get up and may hit the wrong button trying to get up, and your camera comes on.
Hmm.
It's not. I don't. I just don't believe it's a purpose. Uh,
Hmm.
he's doing it on purpose because she knows that if she does this purposely, that they're going to strike and shut her channel down. And I don't think
Exactly.
she wants to lose her channel.
No.
Um,
And actually, sorry, equals. Let me address that. The first, I had three channels, Miss Board, if you're still here. I had three channels, and This is my third go round. The first channel I had, I don't remember why I deleted it, but I know it had something to do with another content creator. I believe it was just a lot going on, with a lot of lies and people not being accountable. And then the second channel I had was I took it down because I believe, well, yeah, I believe Sharon Salyers, who's in the chat, was blocked on accident, like like Eagles is trying to explain to you, Miss Borden. Um, and but my gracious heart, I don't really like to let authentic, loyal people be left out. So I said I'm going to delete my channel and I'm going to start all over because we tried everything trying to figure out how to unblock Sharon. Okay. So, no, I don't just come up to do things intentionally. Now, if you want to go and check out other people that do that, then you're very welcome to. But no, there's and my channel, as I said, is not for children anyway, under 18. So, if they see it, then that means obviously they were doing something they had no business to see it. You know, that's the best way I can put it.
Okay. Does that answer your question, Lizzie Borden, so that we can continue on? And again, we have camera slips, and we must be able to say, maybe it was a camera slip. It's
Mm-hmm.
forgiven. Let me forgive and pray for her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try not to be judgmental or condemning. I've
Mm-hmm.
been a, a part of Sparkle's page, and I've seen the camera slips as well, and I have reached out to her, and the times that I did, she didn't even know that it had happened, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'll go back and edit that out."
Yes,
So I pray
exactly.
that answered your question. I thank you because you came at a respectful way at
Yes, exactly.
myself and my guests. So thank you. All right, let's see. Do you remember, Sparkle, the day and
Mm-hmm.
time that you came out to your family, and were they supportive of you when you came out?
Um. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, as I can be and transparent. I I think they always knew. Well, they say your parents most likely most of the time they always know unless they're just, out of touch with reality or whatever.
Right.
Um, so my family pretty much supports me and they're very overprotective of me, on both sides. Now my paternal family, I guess they don't. I guess because they're so like involved in church that I don't want to say become Bible thumpers, but they whisper about it, if you want to, put it that way.
Okay.
And they I don't want to say judge, but I think that's the nicest way I can put it. Um, they they pretty much. I'm trying to think of how to say this without making them too too harsh. Um, they pretty much like a Lizzie Borden, and I don't mean to, call you out, Lizzie, or make you feel disrespected in any type of way because everybody has a right to their opinion. But they pretty much, uh, how can I say it? They pretty much sweep a lot of things under the rug, and then when it's brought out, then
Hmm.
it's they deal. I guess they find a way to deal with it, or they uh, choose to either leave it, not talk about it or whisper among certain ones, and certain ones just are left out of it. But and my mom's side is pretty much open. They don't they don't care. They love you regardless. Um and the day and time I came out, my mom always I think my mom always knew. My dad, I think he kind of had an inkling, but then
Hmm.
um he might have kind of got the feeling. I mean, he doesn't. I'm not gonna say tolerate it. He just doesn't like to see, my lifestyle in his face.
In his presence.
Doesn't, yeah.
Okay.
So, but you love your children. Most parents
Absolutely.
love their children regardless. You have those absentee ones and those, you know, ignorant ones, but for the
Right.
most part, they love their children and not going to see anything happen to their children. So, but that's pretty much, they pretty much, as long as it's not, you're being safe about it and you're not putting yourself in danger, then, it's all amazing. But I actually heard you say about the hotel incident. I would definitely would be tuning in for that, you know.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
shocker,
yeah,
sis.
yes, definitely.
It's a shocker. What is it?
Hmm.
I love Bonnie and Lizzie Borton. I promise you, if I can just get through my
Hmm.
questions, then I will drop the link after I'm done, and then you all
Yes,
can
indeed.
come up.
I'm actually not even gonna go out anymore. I'm just gonna stay and do the interview because I'm very interested to hear, what has to say. But we have to finish this interview, guys. So
Yes,
please be respectful. You know.
Lizzie, please, Lizzie, don't please don't feel any type of way. You are more than welcome to stay, and all
Hmm.
opinions over here matters. And because you've been respectful thus far, you're more than welcome to stay. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to time you
Hmm.
out unless you go get to the point where you go too far and it becomes
Hmm.
disrespectful. But please,
Hmm.
if you will, just stay, and I'll give you a chance to come up, or I'll just continue to read your comments, your questions to would have them addressed. All right, Lizzie. I love Bonnie says, Lizzie, please stay. Lizzie, Sparkle knows what he's doing. Stay and listen to these reasons and excuses. I love Bonnie. Have you ever done anything in life that has caused you to caused you to fall, and you have messed up and you really didn't mean to do anything, but it just happened, and now people holds it over your head even after they've apologized for it. We try. Let me thank you for your comments and your questions. I love Bonnie, but we all make mistakes. We do. We make mistakes. We're going to fall. We're going to falter. Things. We're imperfect people, and yes, there's been many times where this incident has happened, but again, sometimes you don't realize it. I love Bonnie says I used to mod for Sparkle, but he blocked me after DYS told him. Okay, ladies, my sisters, if we can, you all are welcome to stay. And as soon as I get through my questions, I will bring you up if you would like to come up, and you all can have a conversation with Sparkle and myself, and see if we can kind of resolve this and squash this, and find a place where There is a place in your hearts for forgiveness. I love Bonnie says, Eagles, no one is perfect. Absolutely not. Lizzie Boy says, respectfully, Eagle soaring high. Sparkle has done this several times. People are just tired of it. Please continue with your interview. Please continue, Eagle soaring high. I'm here just in the clouds. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being respectful. You all, I know that you all are probably feeling some type of way, but so far you've been respectful. As soon as let me jump back to this interview, and then we can talk about this more as I conclude it. Um, so my next question for you, Sparkle, is
Mhm.
have you experienced any form of vulgar insults and misgendering of you?
Yes. Um, as in tonight, there was a lot of misgendering, and I think people, if you're gonna say you're gonna be respectful, even if you don't agree with, the terms in the LGBTQIA community, you should
Right.
always respect people. And I was always taught that, from a young age. Um, if Lizzie and Bonnie were, were pronouns were him, he, and his, I would respect them. I wouldn't keep misgendering them and then saying that they're being respectful. It's like a slight shade, and I've noticed this with a lot of content
Content
creators.
creators. Yeah.
Yes, and it's very sad that these people say that they're mature and adults, and everybody can rush to say I'm grown, I pay my own bills, I do this, that, and the third, but then they have this 5-year old or child 7, 9-year old mentality where when you make one mistake, as in you see, they hold it for the rest of your life, and
Hmm.
it's really sad at this point, and it shows your value and your validity. um and it's not even just Bonnie and Lizzie, but there's a
Right.
lot of people that do it, and then and I will give some of them credit because some of them don't know, or maybe it's the way I come at them or the way I speak that where
Hmm.
they get confused. So to all CC content creators, and I was actually doing an interview. You're not the first Eagles, but you are one of the first that you know the misgendering happened, because I was doing
Hmm.
a interview with a rebuttal to someone's interview that they had on with someone in the beef sector. You know, shout out to that person. I don't know if I could say the name on your channel,
Yeah,
but
you can say it. It's
uh,
fine.
yes, shout out to Simone Pettyville. When I did a rebuttal to another content creator, a guy from another sector came up on the panel and was like, you know, uh, why are you calling this person a she? That she's not a she. And I'm like, do you sleep with me? Do you know me? Do you want to sleep with me? What's the root of this hate or of this ignorance? That you can't respect somebody's pronoun. And I see it goes on with a lot of people, and it's really unbecoming of people. And people want respect, but they don't want to give respect. And I guess that's the best way I can put it.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, Lorraine Gardner. Welcome. Welcome, Lizzie Borden. I love Bonnie and Lorraine Gardner. Welcome to the Eagle Soaring Highs uh, home. I thank you all for coming, and I'm not ignoring you all um, in the comments. I promise you, I will come back. to the comments as we go along and get your comments going. Thinking 247 says, Sparkle, do you go after kids? Oh, you can answer that if you would like, Sparkle. Thinking
Um,
247 wants to know, do
okay.
you go after kids?
Okay, let me address that because I'm not sure. Hold on one second. On my phone like that. Scan it.
We give them a, give her a minute. We lost her, so I'm probably going to have to drop the link again. Okay, until we can get her back. Thinking 247, may I ask you why do you think, or why you are asking, do she go after kids? Where you're Lizzie Borden says, I tried to respectfully address this on Sparkle's platform, but I was blocked. Okay. Let me see, because something happened. So I need to drop the link for Sparkle again. Okay, let's see. Lizzie Borden says, I apologize, Eagle Soaring High. I feel awful about your interview. I really do. No, you're fine. Please. You're okay. You're respectful. You're being respectful, so it's okay. I look, I understand that, and in fact I expected this to come to this, that I expected this to happen. Um, where people knew that Sparkle was, where she was going to come and be on my channel, and I knew that that you all were going to come in, and that you all were going to have questions. I don't mind it. Everybody's questions and opinions, they are welcome, as long as they are respectful, and you all have been respectful. Let me go back up, and I'm still waiting for um, Sparkle to come back. Uh, Lizzie Board says, okay, thank you, Eagle Soaring High. Lorraine Gardner says, hi, everyone new to the channel. Thank you. Thank you if you have subscribed to my channel, Lorraine Gardner. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. I love Bonnie says, thank you, Eagles. You're welcome. I try to be fair with everybody. Hold on, because here she goes.
Back. I'm sorry. My phone had died and didn't charge it. Okay, let me address that. I would like to
Yes,
address. I'm sorry, Eagles. Um, now, who you said thinking 24/7? Because I know that another content creator sent a lot of her
yes.
spies over here as she did on DYS's panel. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure if you were
It
in the
was
chat,
thinking,
Eagles. Yes,
it was
thinking
thinking
24/7.
247 that
Yeah.
asks, do you go after children? And I'm sorry if that offends you or it makes you feel
No, 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 no,
disrespected.
no, 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 no. I'm not gonna because I'm going to answer after them classically, and I want to see, the mentality of this person that to even ask that. Now, let me explain this to you, guys. To you, this person that went after my nieces and nephew and my sister and doesn't even know my people or nothing of my people. Um, as of recently, this person, oh God, somebody's calling me. Hold on, my life is so busy. As of recently, this person has just uncle has just suffered a stroke, and meanwhile, they had time to screenshots uh DYS's comments about another content creator. And it's like really sick and sad. This person has no morals, no values, or anything. So once you come after my relatives as well, they have come after other content creators, families, and other people's grandmothers and relatives, but don't want nobody to get in touch with theirs to get the real story. Um, Kids are and should be off limits, but once you attack and you involve people that have nothing to do with content creators' beefs, then all things are off limits. So yes, this person, once they came from my nieces and nephews, I come for their daughter or and their children, which most of the children in question they don't even have custody of. See, my sister has custody of her kids, will always have custody of her kids, and never disowned any of her kids. See, that's the difference between that content creator and myself and my relatives thinking 24/7. Now, can you think on that? And I don't mean to be, perturbed with you, but, I'm doing an interview and this just shows the ignorance and the mentality of that question being asked. You know, it's sad, but I've since moved on from that person because that person has mental anguish and mental torment inside of them. Anytime you deny something that came out of you or allegedly came out of you, um, there's no hope for that person. I even prayed for that person and tried to get this person to see that calling me a R word when you don't know me, haven't met me, will never have the privilege to be around me is insane. So now what do you have to say thinking 24/7, while you're thinking? But while we wait for that, can you continue to interview the Eagles? If you would, a word of advice, my beloved brother. Um, I'm not going to say ignore your comments, but I think we need to get through the interview first,
Yes.
and then you can read the comments. So, guys, if you have any questions or any concerns or comments, you know, um, I think that if you want to address them, my channel is Legendary Sparkle. You can look me up, and if you are blocked, then obviously you're blocked for a reason. Another content creator who I'm very fond of. And I think is a lot of the reason why this irrelevant content creator comes after people is because I have this content creator and a lot of people that they associate with. They want a lot of people want this content creator, and I have
Mm,
him, and it's a lot of like Eagles. Like I was saying, it's when you have a shining light and you have a divine purpose for being here, then people, like, even you, I know you said you get it all the time. You get it, but you choose to take the high road.
yeah.
Sometimes I'm going under hell, and I know Michelle Obama said when they go low, you go high. But sometimes when it comes for kids, I'm going under hell. But I'm trying to be mature and be the classy woman that I am. So thinking
Right.
24/7. I hope you can hold all your questions as well as I love Bonnie and Lizzie. And thank you guys for being respectful and with ladies that can try to be act the ages that you are. I know some people such as that content creator doesn't have a moral vitality of a chicken. So that they're just going to be who they're going to be, and they're going to spew lies and spew hate. And I know you've seen it as well, Eagles, with
Yeah.
the lovely Sweet Pea Diaries, all of the nonsense that went on. So I wonder, thinking 24/7 and the rest of the people that have grievances with me, I wonder if you give this same energy to the other content creator, because I was dragged into this as well as DYS and a few other people, you know.
Mhm.
So and Eagles, you might get dragged into it as well.
Oh,
You know,
sis, you know, I
I
wish
already know
somebody
you'll
would come
read
over
with the
here and
word. You
check
read with the word.
me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know, I know,
I
I know. I
would.
already know you. Yeah, I know. I know you can give a good read. So you
I
give yours
would.
holy, and so yours special because yours is from the Bible. So and it's amazing. How you guys just take that word and hit them with it, and they just tongue tied. They can't say nothing. They shooketh in the
Mm,
word. Because we're now in Revelations, and like I said, eagles. You pick out all the snakes. So you know how eagles just come on and just swap up the snakes and the fakes.
absolutely.
And eat them up. That's why how I look at you and I revere you, because you bring the truth and you bring the light, whether we want to hear it or not.
Right.
And you also know how to turn that switch and read with the best of them. And a lot of us
Uh,
contenders, yeah, and a lot of us contenders have that. And I think the regurgitators, aka uncheckables, since they have been checked, a few of their main members, and exposed for the aliases and the nonsense that they do, half
right.
of them are running from the law and all kind of legal problems that they have. Um, they hate us just because. So they're gonna, we're gonna get the, oh, well, you did this and you did this intentionally, you did that intentionally. But if you're gonna throw rocks, make sure you have 10 to throw back at yourself, because we're all filthy rags. Nobody is, up in heaven with the Most High on the right hand. So until you guys are there, then you can look down your glass houses and throw stones. Okay, is that enough for you guys? Thank you. Now, can we continue with the divine brother, my eagles?
All right. Look, listen, you all. I
Mhm.
promise you. Let me get through these questions, and then we will. I will allow
Definitely, we will address
Sparkle
everything. Yeah.
to answer anything that you all have.
Hmm.
Okay. And so far, everybody has been very respectful, so I don't have any need to block you or time you out. So if you all can just let me get through, we will let you let Sparkle answer every question. Now back to the questions. My question number 5 is, how do you handle that type of situation where people use that vulgar, unacceptable uh, comments towards you?
Well, what I do, my eagles, is I pretty much, I choose it. And I mean, if I think I have a Libra Scales affiliate. I don't know when your birthday is, but I know I have a Libra Scales affiliate. I used to have just a bull mentality,
Mhm.
where I just attack everything. As in, we all have our days, equals. Where some days you may not
Absolutely.
be feeling it, you may not be, in the right state of mind, to be mature. But I'm finding myself as I mature more into my womanhood that
Mm,
I have the Libra scales. You might catch me on that right day, but most of the time I try to keep it balanced
right.
and and ignore the ignorance. And as in, oh well, I'll answer that when you address the commentary, because uh Bonnie, is leaving out a lot of components, like a lot of the regurgitators do. And not saying that she is one, but I'm going to
Mhm.
address Bonnie, and then she can address, the person, since there was a story created, a narrative created about another content creator who, me and my contender sister have, we had our mishaps, but that's
Right.
true love and true friendship. So, you know, but I'll address it when it's time. But go ahead. Eagle.
Yes. Um,
Mhm.
my question number 6: what brought you to YouTube? And did you know? I'll let you answer the first part of it first, and then
Okay.
I'll
Well,
give you the second part.
thank you. Okay. What brought me to YouTube is
Mhm.
um, the interesting characters up here, but the funness of it. Not, before it got all, you know, before it got all hectic and dark and wicked and crabs in a barrel mentality. The fun of it,
Mhm.
we have game night and we laugh and joke and love on each other, and because life is short. Like I said, we're in Revelations. A lot of people, you may see them today, you may not see them next week. God forbid, you may not see them, in a month or in a couple of weeks. You may not see them. So, you know,
Mhm.
uh, I think that you know that's what really brought me to it, was the fun and the lighthearted of it. And there was a little bit of the mess, because like another content creator said, we all like the mess, whether we choose to believe it or not.
Yes.
If it's a positive something, you'll see maybe 40, maybe 20 people in the chat. If it's something, beefing with another content creator, or, this, that, and the third, you'll see about 100 to 200 or 500 people in the chat, trying to
Mhm.
see every word and soak up how they can be antagonists in the beef, or, you know. So that's basically it. But it was basically the funness, and before YouTube became very dark, was what brought
Okay.
me. And I have to thank, and I have to thank our sister DYS, because she really said, "Listen, if you're gonna do this, or because I do it for the fun of it, like But she said, if you're gonna be serious about it, then you have to, start being more into your brand and into your, the amazingness of it, like bring more good
Right.
content, and not be, and not be so involved in the negativity, because people will start, they'll have fun for a while, but then they'll start getting bored, and they'll start, you'll notice they'll start leaving, they'll start leaving the chats, and they'll start, going, oh well, they'll go around, well, this content creator, all they talk about is beef, and they're talking about this person again. Because I've been a victim of it myself, with the current situation.
Right.
And shout out to Unwind with Teddy. I've said, like,
Yes.
what is the issue? But Teddy, to her credit, makes it fun and makes it funny. And I mean, Eagles, one day we were over there laughing, and I thought I was gonna die. Oh my God, because Teddy is a nut case. But we love
Yes.
you, Teddy, and keep on with the good thing, because obviously you're hitting nerves and you're hitting spots that people have long forgotten. And you may be bringing back things, and giving a recollection or a recap, like I do, because I think my channel is going to be Sparkle's reactions and reactions and speakeasy. Something like my content creator Red Label. He has
Okay.
confession. Yeah, he has confessions and reactions. So I think mine is going to be something of that, like Sparkle's reactions and reactions and speakeasy. But pretty much I know how to go from, beefing back to my opinions about things, which I have an interesting, view and some kind of intimacy in a lot of celebrity, being a verified celebrity. I have a
Right.
lot of more insight than people have. And I know some people take it as, oh, they're just talking, or this person is just, making up things. But a lot of things I don't say would shock you, and I know that's partially the reason why we're here today doing this interview, because of some of the stuff that you
Yes.
heard and saw. But, there's a lot more to it. So you see, people don't really know the ins and outs of the celebrity world like I do.
Right.
So, but I'm gonna let you finish. But yeah, that's basically the end of it. What I think about it and what brought me to YouTube was the lightheartedness and the everybody, even if you didn't really rock with each other, or, you could be cordial to each other, or, let people, have their fun and have their lightheartedness. So
Right.
that's basically it.
So when you came to YouTube, did you already have your mind set on a specific genre?
Yes, the celebrity and entertainment, the tea, but I
Okay.
really
That
didn't
was
have
it.
I didn't have a focus. I just
Hmm.
was gonna talk, most of the stuff that's out, if it's out, and this is what I want to say to all content creators. If like celebrities are just regular, we're regular people. I mean, that just most of us got lucky, got lucky
Mm-hmm.
and got a chance. But we're regular people before we are celebrity. We were regular people that just got lucky and got thrust into the spotlight. Now that's a blessing and a curse because it's almost like your privacy isn't your privacy anymore. But
Exactly.
yeah, but it's a blessing because you can reach out and inspire other people, which is what my main focus was, which I'm sure is yours is too, because you definitely inspire me. Shout out to Marcella. Speak with your girl Marcella. I don't know if she's still here. DYS, Sweet Pea. A lot of people Red Label, Hear Her TV, even Hood Life Chronicles, which I don't know where we stand at the moment. But
Okay.
a lot of people inspire me. I draw. It's like I draw. I'm a rainbow, a light that draws from rainbows. Different.
Right.
We're all different characters that make up one big quilt, basically one big rainbow
Absolutely.
quilt. Mhm, mhm,
Yes.
so, mhm.
All right. How did you come up with the name of your channel?
Sparkle, because I am the original Sparkle. It's a long story behind the original 1976 Sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know a lot of people say, "Oh, R. Kelly's artist is named Sparkle." She's not. I am the only in the original Sparkle, and from the 1976 movie. And I guess maybe we can do a part two, and I can really go into depth into that. But let's
Oh,
just say the movie was based on relatives and sisters and stuff in my family, and there's a lot of it's a lot of we are intertwined into the entertainment industry. See, people don't know
okay.
that. They just think that Sparkle comes up and Sparkle says these outlandish things, and Sparkle just may be making up things. No, Sparkle knows exactly what she's talking about. Sparkle has lived and is still living a lot of this stuff, and Sparkle is a bold person because a lot of these things and people, a lot of these people that's making negative comments and side eyeing Sparkle wouldn't even dare step into the arena with a lot of these people. So but Sparkle is who she is, and I'm cut like my Nippy, aka rest in peace, Whitney Houston said, "I'm built for it, tough for this," and a lot of people aren't. So I guess the divine purpose is just there because a lot of people aren't. I was 1 pound 11 ounces, like smaller than a peanut. Um, and my dad wouldn't even hold me, so he was scared he was gonna crush me. And a
Oh,
lot of people
wow.
don't know. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. So I'm here for a divine purpose, and I used to always question the Most High, like, why am I here? It seems like everybody's against me. It seems like everybody hates me. When I come around, and this was just with the family dynamic. But then,
Mm-hmm.
some of them sat me down. I was like, listen, there's nothing we won't do for you. Nobody's gonna disrespect you. Nobody's gonna harm you. Nobody's gonna do anything to you, without it being retaliation. And I don't think a lot of people want that. But you know, we love you. You're just who you are. You know, uh, and as long as you can, fit things in the right places or do what you need to do in the right settings, we
Right.
have no problem with it. You live your life and just be protected, be safe, and do what you do. So a lot of people couldn't fit in my shoes, and I know a lot of people envy that secretly because they're like, oh my God, how can she relate to these women and relate to these men so much? It's like I see things from I'm an empath, so a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things that people talk about or see, I feel it like with cramps and all. That's why a lot of people, when they start talking about it, I'm like, I give my hat to you sisters, biological sisters, because honey, if you push out anything that's breathing and you bleed for 7 days, I give my hat up to you because I don't think that you guys, equals in no shade, I don't think you
Right.
guys could even stand half of a cramp because you would want to rip your head out. Anybody that's close to you head out. I mean, you would want to not even like really riddle the earth. I mean, it's not a joke. So it's like it's a how can I put this? It's a big feat, but to whom is given, much is required. And that's a true
Absolutely.
statement. So, and like I said, I
Absolutely.
thank you for being the anointing that you are. Because I mean, I know you pull me back sometimes. Like, listen, Sparkle, there's a certain way you go about this, or a certain way you may do this, or
Right.
certain things. Yeah, no. So, you know,
And
so
this is stuff, this is things that the people in the chat don't know about. That, yeah, we communicate behind the scene. And when I know that if you've gone too far, I'll reel you back in to pull you back and have that conversation. But I do it with love and with kindness, and it's what I do. But I warned Lizzie Borden, and this is going to be the last time I look at the chat until I'm done with my interview. Not Lizzie, Lorraine. I understand that people don't dislike me and that they don't hate me. I get that. But this is my channel and I can have who I want on it and talk with them and have a conversation with them if I want to. It's not me putting myself in any mess, but if if that's the 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 thing that you feel that I pour myself into these positions, trust and believe I'm not worried about it. And at this moment, everybody has been very respectful at this moment. And I appreciate you all. And I know that right now that you all have many questions and you want answers and you need Sparkle to answer them. And whether she answers them or not will be dependent on her, but we will get to your questions and your comments. All right. God bless you. Let me continue on. Sparkle, my sister, how do you deal with the storms and the darkness of these YouTube streets? Because I think right now, at this point, and I don't think you're really affected by what's going on in the chat, but this is probably an example of what you've gone through because of past mistakes, camera slips, and even if you just one day decided to just wake up and say, "Today will be the day I'm going to flash myself on YouTube," and all this, but if you have done it, let you answer the first. How do you handle all the storms and the darkness of these YouTube streets? Before you answer that, let me say hello to my mod. Hello, Associate Minister and Reserve Deacon, Mr. Terry Jones. I'm glad to see you here. Hey, Miss Vaughn 50. She says, hello, Eagle Soaring High, Sparkle, and Chat. Again, Lizzie Boren says, Eagle Soaring High, I'm sorry, but I think you misinterpreted what Lorraine said. I believe she was talking about your guest, and that's okay. That I whether it was reflected to me as a comment, it's okay. My skin is tough enough to handle it. If it wasn't, that's fine. If it was directed to Sparkle, I think Sparkle's skin is tough enough to handle it too. So, but it's okay. It is okay. Everybody's opinion is welcome here, and I hope none of you feel as if I'm attacking you or if Sparkle is attacking you here. Okay, Sparkle. Uh,
um, yeah. So, thank you so much, Eagles, for holding it together and being like I said, the respectable man of the cloth. Um, First of all, let me address this. Eagles is grown. I think he's way past grown. He looks young. He might, he looks amazing, but we can have who we want to on our channels. I actually enjoyed and thoroughly luxuriated in having Eagles on my channel. And this is what prompted this interview because he saw a light in me as I see a light in him that will continue to shine no matter how many arrows or darts are thrown at us. And we both have tough skin, and you have to have it, on the dark days of these YouTube streets. And yes, everybody opinion matters. Um, you know, but I handle my dark days equals to answer your questions by a lot of prayer. See, a lot of people don't know that. And see,
Mhm.
something that people don't know about people that are highly anointed, even though a lot of people's opinions may not think so, the ones that are cast out, the ones that are disregarded, disrespected, or thrown to the side,
Mhm.
when you speak and you pray to the Most High, they answer your prayers and they answer them rather express quickly, and I don't like to, bring um a lot of negativity to the Most High because I don't like to get that, make that stepping stool and people to
Mhm.
see the people's vengeance of that stepping stool or their karma of that stepping stool. So I try to, pray for people. Like I said, I even pray for that other content creator who hates, people for no reason of the LGBTQIA experience, and they actually falsely associate with themselves with the LGBTQIA people
Mhm.
and put on a facade. See, I pray a lot. I have to pray, and I think that's family grounded and drilled in you when you have that shining light. Um, and it may be a different ray of light in you. You know, God truly answers, and He may not answer right then. He may not answer a week from now. He may not even answer the prayers of for that person that you pray for. He may answer it for someone else. And see, that's what a lot of people have to learn. When you come at people with negativity, when a person can get a prayer through, God can make your enemies the footstool, and even in this revelations times where people are starting to be revealed and showing themselves, even though they put on masks and put on, faces, uh, everything in time is being revealed. A lot of, like, as I said, with Unwound with Teddy, with the situation, with all these robots and avatars, people
Right.
are not, people are not unreachable or untouchable, as they think they are. And justice has, the scales of justice, the Libra scales have a definite way
Mhm.
of reaching the just as well as the unjust. And I'll leave it there. So,
Okay. Hold on. Okay, now I see what you all are saying, Lorraine. You said Lorraine Eagle Soaring High has a big heart and always is welcoming. I just don't understand
mm,
why the moderator seems to be taking sides. My moderator is not taking sides. What you see him putting in the chats, he shares in other chats that he's affiliated with. He's not playing. He's not picking sides. He's not trying to be disrespectful. He's not doing none of that. This is just my moderator, associate minister, reserve deacon, Mr. Terry Jones. If you find him in other chats, he puts the same things. So I'm going to ask that you all would not take it personal for what he's putting in the chat, because he's not trying to attack or choose anybody's side.
exactly,
Listen
but
to
he is trying to bring respect. There is a level of respect that's due, and if you don't agree with, I don't want to say find another channel, but
right.
if you don't even really support Eagles, you just came over here to be cause chaos and confusion. then I'm going to politely say that you can excuse yourself if you feel uncomfortable, or if you're just here to carry bones and be dry bones, as Shirley says. You know, carrying one bone to the next content creator, or back to, whoever, where the mess can get started. Because I see that's a lot of the, weakness of a lot of these people on YouTube, is to go to one chat, catch an interview, or catch a snippet of what somebody said and run it back to another person. So, but like I think, and love to Minister Terry Jones. He's a respectable person. I've actually never seen him get out of character, as well as Eagles. And I don't think that people would want to see the other side, because people like Eagles, they come a dime a dozen. They're very rare. So, but like I said, thank you guys for being respectful, and anything you would like to answer, you can come up. I guess Eagles will drop the link, and I'm
I got
very
a few
interested
more
to see.
questions.
Yeah, once he finishes, but please let him get through this interview. Um, you know, because this is a long time coming, and some of the things you may not like, some of the things you may not agree with, but I'm gonna be 360 degrees black and white, because there's a lot of things that go on that I know with a lot of content creators behind the scenes. And if you know a lot of the talk and a lot of the backstabbing that goes on, it will blow your mind. So, I'll just leave it there. But pretty much Eagles and a few others have really been solid, and they really have not been, you know, uh, weak minded, or, they stand in their stance, and they pretty much have that anointing. And I'll say that until I close my eyes, because Eagles is one of the few and far between people that I highly love and highly respect, and thank him so much, so for doing
Absolutely.
this.
Lorraine, no, I didn't mean to imply that you said anything about my mod. Another person in the chat um, made a statement about my mod, and I wanted them to know that he's just been who he is. I've known him for a while, and so he's not being disrespectful of choosing sides. Now, saying that everybody is being very respectful, he won't get in that mood where he feels he's got to defend me. But I love my moderators. I love all of you. Know what? Let's take a break and come back. You all please stay with us. Stay to the end. I'm almost through with my questions. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to drop the link. And if anybody wants to come up and address something with either myself or Sparkle, you can do it, can be done in just a few minutes. And I believe it was Lizzie that was saying that you do support me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Lizzie. And just know that all of you that's in the chat now, is always welcome to come to my chat. Lizzie says, I do support Eagles. I support a lot of people from the clouds because I'm a content creator. I did not know that. In another sector, I don't drop down in the chat. I appreciate the fact that you come and be in the clouds. That's fine with me. I'm I don't demand that you just come on in, but I do appreciate the support. We're going to uh, take a 30-minute break, countdown. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to ask the last few questions of Sparkle, and then I'm going to drop the link and see if we can resolve some of this, what's going on in the chat. And again, I thank you for being very respectful. This is the Eagle Soaring Highlight Broadcast, Channel 2, Fireside Chats with Eagle. I am your host, Minister Antoine Williams, a.k.a. Eagle Soaring High. We're going to be back in just a few moments. Please stay. Don't go. Don't leave yet. Please stay. And we'll be right back after a quick 30
Thank you so much, my eagle.
Don't worry. It's all right. It's gonna be all right. They
Yeah,
are
yeah.
just they just have questions. Welcome back, everyone. Yes, I'm in 30 seconds. I am so sorry.
Yeah, I know I was
Love
to say
line.
that too, but I was laughing. I said, they know what he, most people know what you mean.
Not 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Thank you. Welcome back. We are back. We are back. And we're going to get these next few questions out, and then we're going to uh, do open up the floors for you all. Lizzie Bourne says, "You are an amazing host, Eagles. Thank you for even acknowledging." Oh, absolutely. I would never. Oh my God. Oh my God. I would never do that. I would never ignore you all in my chat because as I said, that everybody is welcome. Everybody's opinion is welcome, and it's a safe place to voice your opinions. And like I say, I've been in other chats and people have come in and it sent everything totally left and flipped the whole. They come tore up the people's house and then left. But you all have been really respectful, and even both myself and Sparkle appreciate that. And most of all, I appreciate it. I value you all. You all don't have to support me, but you do. And that means a lot to me. And if you all keep supporting me after this live, then I know that you really are good hearted people and you're a free thinker. So they say, yeah, thinking 247 says yes. That's you, Eagle. Thank you all so much. Lorraine Gardner says, Eagle soaring high. You are amazing. I appreciate that. I really do. I love Bonnie says, Eagles, I've supported you for a while, and I used to support Sparkle until she started inserting herself into things that had nothing to do with her. Okay, I appreciate that. We're going to, in a few minutes, let you all address those things that's on your hearts and minds. But I do thank you all and appreciate you all for even coming. Okay, so Sparkle, is it a fair statement for me to say that you've been on YouTube for a while and you've come in contact with some content creators and you've established some friendships with them and you consider them to be your friends here on YouTube?
Definitely, definitely. You are definitely top number one. Besides Marcella, and a few others, DYS, Red Label, Hear Her TV,
Mm-hmm.
Hood Life Chronicles. A lot of people. But let me address this and say this because, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, some people, since all of this, unwind with Teddy. I'm sorry, Teddy, and a few others, but if you're good-hearted people, um, um, if you're good-hearted people, then I gravitate towards you, and I think a lot in Revelations, the Most High is doing amazing work with people gravitating towards good-hearted people. Like the flock knows their sheep. You know,
Mm-hmm.
as they say in the word. And then we have the other content creators who uh they put on the faces as endearing, and then they come and then they once somebody gets in their ear, or maybe a chat get or somebody a messy person gets in their chats, or tries to persuade them one way or another, and you've
Mhm.
never you and a few others have been exceptions to the rule. um they it turns sour, like you said. They tear up people's houses, and you got to think of these channels as people's houses. You don't want your house disrespected. You don't want nobody to come in and tell you how to rule your house, or what to do your
Absolutely.
guests in people's houses. So I think that a lot respect goes a long way, and I'll leave it there.
Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus. Uh, I'm sorry,
You
Smoke.
can, I
I'm
don't
gonna deal with this
you can,
comment
yeah.
after we
Oh,
done.
okay,
Can you see
okay.
that comment?
I get it. No, I didn't see it, but I just see that.
Here it
You can
is.
put it up if you like. I mean, or if you want to address it when we
Yeah,
get it in, because some
let
people,
me put it up.
yeah.
It says, Eagle soaring high. Are you single? I have a
Oh my God, I
sister. I
cannot.
want to hook you up with. Just kidding, but you are a catch. Bless you. Bless you. I really
Oh,
appreciate that. Listen.
niggas out here casting nets, honey.
Oh my goodness, y'all are great. I love my
And,
supporters. I really do. I
and,
love y'all.
and I definitely love you. I definitely share you. I definitely.
I
And let me
know.
address it. Can I address that comment real quick? Can you put it back up?
Mhm.
Because Bonnie, there's a very interesting take I have, and I definitely want to talk to you one on one if you don't mind, because
Which
we're
one?
going to
This
go
one?
through this. Yes, we're going to definitely
Okay.
go through this whole situation, and then I'm going to leave it where it is. And a lot of content creators, I don't know if they'll hear this or catch the replay, but if you're offended, my IG is definitely open. My comment section is open, because I'm going to tell some things, and I don't care how, people feel about it, because the black and white is black and white. And I don't
Mhm.
live in, I don't live in, I don't live in a bubble, and um, I don't sugarcoat a lot of things. And I think that's why I don't have the support like I should have, or at least according to
Mhm.
Bonnie. So, I'm fine. I do this as a hobby. I don't have to do this. I do this as a hobby. And I think a lot of
Right.
people say that they do it as a hobby, but it's becoming all about the views and all about the monetary and all about, this, that, and the third for them.
Right.
And this is not, this is just something to connect with the people, because I've always been that person that connects with the people. Even when I was
Yeah.
in VIP sections, with the legendary Wendy Williams, um, I, I came out and I said, listen, I have to be with the people, because, this is how you reach out to the people, because you have to be somewhat for the people. Either you're for the people, or you're for the foolala, if you want to put it that way,
Mhm.
the monetary, the material things. And I'm not about the material things. That's not me. I have a
Absolutely.
heart, and I know, like you say, I understand what you're saying, Bonnie. But because I want to address this, and I want to see how you respond as a woman, and see if you have any what's your interesting input in response to what I'm going to ask you when Eagles drops the link. But can you guys please let Eagles just finish this legendary interview, and without any more interruptions, and we thank you and we love you, and like he said, all opinions are welcome over here.
Mhm.
And it's amazing. He's an amazing guy that you couldn't ask for any better from the heavens itself. I mean, I love Eagles. Eagles is like, you know, the cloth basically to me, because Eagles, I don't even know how to categorize you, Eagle, but you're so anointed. It's crazy right now. It's crazy how you're so anointed. But yes, yes.
Trevor Trev is in
Hi,
the.
Trevor. He finally made it.
Okay, Lizzie Bourne. I want you to know that I really appreciated that your comment. I felt very. Was it Lizzie Bourne that asked if I was single? I really appreciate that. I was very flattered by it.
Mhm.
Okay, let's. I'm almost done with these questions, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I think you kind of answered number 12 and
Well, you
how.
can ask it again. Maybe maybe I can give you a more direct answer.
Okay, so um, I asked who are the content creators and how have they inspired you to be the best you can be as a content creator?
Okay, I'm gonna save the best for last, like Vanessa Williams says.
Yes.
um, Marcella inspires me because Marcella, speak with your girl Marcella. It's like so many no words I can really say. She's 24 karat gold as
Hmm.
yourself. I mean, these are people that have been through the ringer, and some of us are still going through the ringer. And losing my aunt recently, well, both of my aunts recently. You put life into perspective, and you live it, and you just love it, and you appreciate the little things in life. Like India Ari says, the little things in life, or the simple things, just the trees, the birds, the bees, the earth, the foundation, putting your hands in soil, going to the
Hmm.
beach and just appreciating everything that's created. This is really, these things become small to a giant, when they with the beefing and the doxing and all of the weak stuff that people do, you know. So, but
Right.
yeah, Marcella's a gem, a gemstone, and shout out to the gemstones, the light contenders, um, Nisi and everybody. Um, Red Label inspires me because when he tunes out, he tunes out. I mean, I would be like, Red, you didn't hear this? Red, you didn't see this? He's like, no, what? What are you saying? I'm like, listen, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. He's like, listen, I tuned out. And
Hmm.
I picked that up from him that I kind of tune out. I play video games. I do, I'm in a whole other world when I'm not on YouTube. And I think it definitely helps with sanity. It helps with, preventing jail charges and all kind of craziness. Dear
Right.
Yvette, I thank her for her inspiring me because she says it like she means it. She says it how she feels it in so many words. I think I wish she was more a little bit more direct, and not
Hmm.
so subliminal, as in Hood Life Chronicles. A lot of people have learned to, and it's a gift that's kind of interesting and kind of good that people have subliminally said things without saying them. And I think Yara TV is the most person that I can relate to because Yara TV puts it on the line. Like, cause when I seen her and
Yes.
Marcella's interview after the DYS panel, I was like shocked, but I was still like in the woods, in the dark, like,
Right.
well, what's this about? What's that about? But then I'm like, you know what? It's only certain people that can bring stuff certain ways. Like Teddy. Teddy has a laugh. I want with Teddy has a laugh
Absolutely.
that will make you go crazy. Teddy is, I mean, we had so much fun in that chat. Shout out to Darlene, Joy, who I know was sick at the moment. Well, was, getting better. And
Right.
we're a real contenders family. And we should inspire and help each other and not worry so much about trying to tear each other down. And I think that's what a lot of us contenders have that a lot of
Hmm.
people hate. And they can't see, as in yourself, Eagles, because Eagles, I don't know how you stay so clothy and so like just mild mannered and just like, and I know I probably would hate to see the other side of you. I probably would be so shocked. I probably would be like, oh my God, is this the same person? But
Yes.
I think it's nothing but God that just has his hands on you. I mean, oh man,
Yes.
it almost brings tears to my eyes, like the anointing and stuff. And even with Marcella, she gets on her mats and she dances and she, praises and you do your prayer and oh man,
Yes.
it's insane. But God is definitely putting the righteous together, and He will not see the righteous forsaken. And I mean, you know.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Whew. Let's see. Now, the next two questions
Mm-hmm.
was dropped in my spirit after I had concluded of compiling my questions. And when I received them in my spirit, I thought about them and said, "Wow, who would have really? Who could? That's such a deep question to ask." So here's that question: if you had a chance to be in a room with the younger Sparkle, the teenager Sparkle, what would you tell her to encourage her and give her the life lessons to help her get through these troubled times and frustrating times in life?
Um, I think I would tell my younger self to be unchanged, stay prayerful, and have that discernment that you have. Marcella has a lot of, and here a lot of us, contender members, and as well as some other content creators. Because I think everybody has a third eye intuition. Not everybody taps into it, but I think I would tell my younger self to stay unmovable, by like the trees playing by the
Mm-hmm.
rivers of water, stay unmovable, stay prayerful, and just think about some of the things that you may, or some of the avenues that you may go down, or some of the, Pandora boxes that I may open, or, may peek into,
Right,
um, have that discernment, or let others handle, what they need to handle, um, um, by themselves, or, watch and see what's the positivity message or outcome that others have,
right.
without being so quick to, want to run to bat for people, or like Bonnie said, you know, uh, throw yourself in a lot of fire for people, if you will. So I think that's what I would tell my younger self.
All right. Okay, the same question, but um,
Mhm,
as an adult,
mhm.
what would you tell the adult Sparkle to encourage and strengthen her to keep going forward in life?
I think I would say, like I would say, prayers. I don't think my answer pretty much would change, but look to the ancestors, because I have a old soul, and I have old ways of doing things, and I think a lot of my ancestors, when they're not uh, interceding on my behalf,
Mm-hmm.
they are teaching me, life lessons, and this is something that I've been taught from young, and seeing how they do things, how they deal with things, and how they, their visions, their methods, and what they have been through and what they've seen. Because I say I have old eyes, and I mean that, like, in, a lot of things that I've seen and heard, and have my third eye shown, and still shows. Um, People would be shocked, and then the way things are playing out in these last and evil days are like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as in case in point with, the brother Eric Bishop, aka Jamie Foxx, as in the thing with quote unquote sister Wendy Williams, like, it's a lot of intricate parts to that story. And, I am a part of the beginning of that story. And I don't know if you've seen Brother Storm Monroe interview with myself. I think I played you a snippet of it. But you know, there's there's a lot that hasn't yet been unexplained. So I'll leave it in that, in that terms. There's a lot that hasn't been told to YouTube. And
Mm-hmm.
if and when I feel that the time is appropriate, I would definitely give it to you if you would like to do a part two, because I can be as
Which
raw and you know as and candid
absolutely.
as yeah, as candid as possible. But like I said, I was coming up here to basically leave no stone unturned, and I'm still gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to do it as respectfully as possible. But there's a lot of
Hmm.
things that a lot of the YouTube does not know, and some of it maybe the YouTube doesn't need to know. But I'm gonna try to give like basically the meat and the potatoes of a lot of things. But I'll do it at the end. So I want you to finish your questions, and then we can open the floor. Yeah.
That's it. That's all my questions.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, you can drop the
That's all my
link if
questions. So
you
I'm
want to.
going to drop the link.
Hmm.
Again, listen, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters out there in the chat, I'm going to drop the link down for you all. And you all can hit the link and come if you choose to. I can't force you, but
Hmm.
you can come up and have a discussion with either myself or Sparkle. So I'm finna drop it for you all now.
Hmm. And thank you guys so much for being patient, being respectful as you can. When the link is dropped, I just ask you come up. If you can't, say she. You can say sparkle if it helps you better, or if it's more, beneficial to you. You know, um, because let me address this. I think that during the 82 days,
Hmm.
with Sherelle's world, there's a misconception that that I play in costume, or and no shade to my lovely drag queens, that I'm a drag queen, and those people, my drag queen sisters, and I never seen a brother, but if there are any brothers out there, they do that for monetary gain. That's what a drag queen is. See, a lot of people don't know what the LGBTQIA consists of. They just like to make fun of it, or they just have ignorance towards it because they don't understand it. And the L is for the lesbians, which would be our sister Benz, and people of that caliber who we love. I'm sorry, I forgot to shout out my Benz and Snooky. How are you? I love my girls, my sisters. Um, the G is for gay, I believe. I guess that's a lot of the gay. That's like So Debonair and a few other content creators who are comfortable with being who they are and loving and supporting the fellow comrades. The B is for the bisexual. I guess that would be the in betweens, or I don't know anybody that really is, and the one person that I do know I won't call because that person is very immature, and I've seen this person do things that sets us back hundreds of years, and I don't think that their ancestors would be proud of the recent actions that took place. So um you know um but like I said, I pray some people do come up instead of just being in the chat, because I like to interact and try to have some kind of
Right.
resolve. And, I'm not a confrontational person, but I'm not a pushover either. I'm not just gonna let you talk to me any kind of way, say anything you want. Because I think a lot of people think that when I'm involved in something, or when I attack somebody, if that's, and I don't know if that's the proper word to use, or when I let's say this, when I react, like Red Label Confessions and reactions, when I react to somebody, and when a lot of us contenders react to things that
Hmm.
are said or put out there, people take it as, oh, they're popping off, or oh, they're saying this, or oh, they're coming after kids, and this, that, and the third. But see, they don't see the action; they only see the reaction. You know, and that's not a good. They see one side of it, or they choose to see one side of it, or they only hear one side of it, but they don't hear what was done to cause the reaction. So,
Right.
but
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead.
okay, don't finish.
Oh, I'm gonna run through the comments, and you can answer
Hmm.
or rather
Yeah, I
respond
pretty
to
much answer.
any that you would.
I'll let you know. If I'm not gonna answer, or if I'll address it on my panel. But I really wish Bonnie and Lizzie would come up because I think there's some kind of miscommunication or misunderstanding. But I
Right,
am gonna let shed some light on Bonnie's situation with the DYS because there was another content creator that puts it out there. And I guess she thinks it's funny being that she hides her face, but we already know what that person looks like. Um, put it out the narrative that I'm DYS's pet. Um, Dear Yvette a grown is a grown woman. I'm a grown woman, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not. Content creator, you were exposed because of the other content creator who I will never mention. Um, so if a lot of you guys and all of your regurgitating crew has issues about a lot of things that were put out, and I know they're factual because there's no reason for people to go and there's not enough time I think in a day to make up all the charges and all the open warrants and things that of that nature that's you guys have. I mean, you struck first when I think it was very 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 below the belt when you sent an innocent content creator, one of my contender sisters, to prison. Okay, your ringleader. But that just shows the weakness and the sadness of this person that you can't even take a beef. There's people that are in the beef sector that addressed this person, and this person has yet to even stand up in the ranks. But see, they know who to come after and who to attack. But like I said, they ran for me for 9 months. You know,
uh,
but it's funny. Everybody around that, all my sisters and my contender brothers and sisters, they tried to come for, except for you. And it's really sick. But I see they know that you have the anointing, and I know you know how to make contact and have them where they wish they were never born. So and I don't even mean in a negative light. I mean by the word. I know they wish that
mhm,
but the mentality of that sandbox person, I pray that that person gets the mental capability to, one day come up and be the grown woman that God called her to be or allegedly is. So, and have a conversation and try to resolve or at least give answers to why, you know, the lies and the treachery that person
mhm.
does. But like I said, you can put up the comments since nobody is bold enough to come up or.
Yes, let's do that. Lizzie Warren says, I love that question. Yes, what would your younger self tell you now?
My younger self, Lizzie, would tell, like I said, tell me to stay more prayerful, being that I see, what was to come now, and see the dark and treacherous days of crabs in a barrel and people trying to get to the top by any means necessary. Basically, to stay prayerful and to stay watchful and stay close to God. And that's basically been my family's mantra on both sides. And like I said, the Most High is putting people like Number One Eagles, like Marcella, um, like a lot of other content creators in my corner, to pray. Because I always ask, I mean, even I know Eagles is maybe doing a billion things. Eagles will stop and pray. Eagles will, Eagles is just that person, that red diamond that you'll never find, really. And when you do find them, you should hold on to them. Yeah. So.
Let's see. I love Bonnie says, Eagles, I love you, but Sparkles is gaslighting you and not answering your questions. He's
She's
acting
acting
like
like
a
a snake.
snake. Go ahead.
She's acting like a snake oil salesman. Now, let me address you, Bonnie, because I want to see your response after this question. You came up, and I wish dear Yvette was here so you could address her one on one. The reason why I blocked you, Bonnie, I love Bonnie, was you came up and you made a story. And I'm not sure if you have facts behind this or if you just made up this story that dear Yvette was in a 7 year lesbian relationship.
Oh,
Uh, and Yvette didn't know you, and we talked behind the scenes, and she said she didn't know you. She wouldn't even acknowledge you. She been blocked you because she don't know who you are. Um, but she's never been in a lesbian relationship, as she told me. She's a fiance, to my knowledge, and she's very happy with the kielbasa sausage that she has. He loves her dirty drawers, and this, that, and the third. So I wish you would really come up and be the grown woman that you claim to be, and let it be known, what the issue was, because it seems that you came out, and as far as gaslighting, it seems you came out at a time where me and Yvette were going through our little lock horns situation with the AT2 uh, nonsense, which I don't care if now if you want to talk about child, you should address that person because the lies and the allegations, which I don't think is true, AT2, and the person that started this, I don't care how you spin it or how any of those regurgitators spin it, was not dear Yvette says, and I'll say this to the end of death or the end of life. uh that person knows, that's why they went on station head and be the hoe that they are, and not even be validated, going up on that other person's panel who also insinuated that I had HIV but does not know me, okay? Does not know that they can face jail time if charges are pressed behind, them lying and saying that I have something that affects, I'm sure, some of their family members, or if not, somebody that they know, 9 times out of 10. And I put up my medical records because, uh, I have been validated. I already knew I was validated. I just put it up because I did mine. I'm waiting for each regurgitator that likes to spin this narrative. And to my if you don't mind, Eagles, uh to this Donat situation,
oh,
who I don't
go ahead.
I don't agree with, but his medical records shouldn't be in question because nobody is paying a doctor bill for him. God forbid if he was to have anything, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't. And if he does, that's his cross to bear. Um, nobody should be antagonized to the point where, like in Sister Sweet Pea Diaries or Sweet Pea Speaks, has where medical records were being put up, and I heard there's a bigger scheme with a lot of content creators behind that. People's medical information. If you're not doctors, lawyers, if you haven't sat in the classroom for 8 to 12 years and you're not medically trained, and even if you are a doctor, you're not supposed to leak people's information. That's the quickest way to get your license snatched. Okay? See, let's go legally if you guys want to go legally. And then biblically, that's immorally a surefire way, I'm sure, Eagles, if you can attest, to get kicked out of heaven or disbanded from the Most High, because medical records, which you have no concern with, shouldn't be at the topic. If you can't beef with somebody and keep it on wax, or keep it, keep it on YouTube, or keep it on social media without doxing families or talking about kids and talking about people that have nothing to do with your hate or your disgust, or your can't take syndrome for people, then I suggest you log off YouTube. If it gets to be this dark, because like a lot of stuff I'm seeing is like really sad at this point. Because there's somebody on another
Absolutely.
platform. Yeah, they were fighting over a guy, and then the lady tried to almost ran over the guy with a truck, and then now you're facing jail time, and as well, I think both parties are facing jail time, and it's stupid. But just to go out and say slanderous and do slanderous things, as putting up my likeness, uh, content creator that lives in Florida running from the law, um, putting up my like list and saying what you assume that I had, and this and the third. You're not a doctor, last time I checked, but the caliber of these people, waving weapons and threatening content creators and all kind of craziness is really sick at this point, and really something that the law is definitely looking into. And I just wish a lot of content creators, before they start spewing things or doing things, that they really take consideration. And even the agitators, the messy subscribers that come in and you know they want to, oh, this person is this person is this person is that. Like Lizzie was saying, or I don't know if that was Lizzie or Bonnie. I think it was Bonnie. I'm sorry, Lizzie, if that wasn't you. That said, I don't have to gaslight equals. I was asked to come up because I have an interesting story. You haven't touched the tip of the iceberg of my story, okay? Because I stood in a club with Whitney Houston when she was 100 pounds. Nobody else did. Okay, in the next few months, she was dead after I wrote her a letter a week. Okay, the next week she was dead. Okay, so don't tell me anything about gaslighting. And this, like I said, I'm a verified celebrity. Okay, when my social security number is pulled up, it says file blocked for promotional purposes. Okay, so until a lot of people have that or have the achievements that I reached, then I don't think anybody can, say anything to me. Because like a lot of you people won't even touch Sean Honey Diddy Combs. I went and annihilated him, and I'm not the only one, because I know a lot of the bodyguards, I know a lot of the innuendo, and I know a lot of things that went on, and I know a lot of things that probably will go on, as in Jamie Foxx's situation. See, a lot of you people are not as bold as me, and can't even contend, which is the hence I named the contenders. You wouldn't even contend in my shoes or anywhere else for that matter. But Bonnie, I would really like to know what's your take on you saying that DYS was in a 7-year relationship. I mean, it's nobody's business, and just like she said, if she is or was in a relationship with a woman, that is not making anybody any dollars, you know. But I don't know if it's I don't know if I'm not going to say a self hate thing towards the LGBTQIA community, but I guess you have a intolerance or low ignorance, of it. So maybe you don't know, or maybe you just don't care to know. But before you say things or before you type things, people need to be understanding of what they're saying or have knowledge of what they're typing. Because you're saying you support Eagles, but you're disrespecting his guests. So you can't support somebody, you can't slap somebody and then tell them, "Oh, I love you. I'm gonna slap you because I love you." That doesn't go together. So I don't know.
This is a lot. I know somebody said in the chat that this is a lot, and it is. It's a lot.
Yeah,
But
it is.
if we don't
Mhm.
have these conversations, then I need every person in the
Mhm.
building to hear me and to hear me good. Unless we have these types of conversations and we do it without uh, without disrespect, but I mean just have a conversation, an adult conversation, we can never get past this stuff. I don't know if things can be resolved or mended here with you all and Sparkle. I don't know. But I hope and pray that it will be. Now Bonnie said Sparkle that she would have a conversation with you, but you have to unblock her.
Well, the link is there, Bonnie. I don't know. I'm gonna look in my thing and find out because I'm kind of new with that blog. I mean, I'm gonna look into it because I don't know if I don't not sure because I actually had to go in and see. It only told me I had 54 people unblocked when I created this third channel that I have because Miss Auntie Bug Butt, which I don't know if she's in the chat, was blocked and by accident because I know sometimes when I put it on another mode, and I tap
Mm.
the screen. You have to bring it up to see it. And I'll be trying to star people's comment, and I end up blocking them by accident. And actually I did it to Sharon if she's still in the chat. And I actually put DYS in timeout by accident. It's
Oh
not
Lord.
intentional. Yeah, but and Sharon got on me and it's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I did it by I would never do it on purpose. I did a few people like that. I think in the Nova Glow and a few other people,
Mm.
and it definitely wasn't an unintentional. I mean, it definitely wasn't intentional, but
Right.
Bonnie, if you want to have a conversation, I think this is the best place and platform when the floor is open. Even if all those other content creators that regurgitators, Trees and Tennessee and Bossy and anybody else would like to come up. This is the open platform. If you need to address and try to see if we can get some results, Sweet Pea, Red Lake, anybody that wants to come up and give their honest, raw,
Come.
truth or opinion, anybody is welcome. He's opening the floor for anybody that's listening because I know it's a lot of people that's in the clouds and people that may not want to come out. But if this is the best time, if somebody's opening the floor for you and it can be some kind of adult conversations, then let's start it off. This is why he started this, and I'm thankful to the Most High that the Anointed Eagles is chose me as the first one because I'm a peaceful person. I'm a understanding person because I've been through a lot. Trust me, y'all don't know half of it. And that Whitney story is just the beginning. Okay, so y'all wouldn't even begin. Like I said, a lot of y'all couldn't contend. That's why I gave us the contenders because we contend. I couldn't sit in jail for a minute. I don't know how Sweet Pea did it because I think I would be, God forbid, excuse me, forgive me, Eagles, but I'd be in
Mm.
fucking jail for life if somebody even put and harassed these people to the point where they put me in jail for something that doesn't have anything to do with YouTube, you know. But like I said, the enemies will be the footstool, and I want to see once all of these charges come down on that person. I want to see if they can handle and be as resilient and as shining golden armor as Sweet Pea has been, because to go through that, man, listen. But anyway, go ahead, Bonnie. What's your thing since you don't want to come up? Because I'm addressing you right now. I don't. I'm gonna look at my thing and see. I don't know why you don't want to come up on Eagles platform
She
because he's
says
the
she
most
doesn't like hitting links because she's a content creator, and I respect that.
Oh
Uh,
well, okay. I respect that too as well, but okay, well I'll see, and I guess you'll be more comfortable coming up on my platform. But I'm pretty sure that's why I blocked you. I blocked you, but I thought that was on my last channel. And when me and Hood Life, when me and Hood Life Chronicles had a disagreement with Yvette, and we got AT2 tried to step in like he does and tried to work it out, and then it went haywire. But the actions that were taken weren't full actions of having everybody knowledgeable of what was the peace or attempted restoration. So when you start something in the alpha, meaning the beginning, then it has to be correct. It can't be 50%, 75%, 20%, 80%. It has to be 100% at the beginning, and it will come out 100% correct in the end. But we had a little issue, and I don't know how Yvette feels about our relationship now, but I know
right.
she did call me and displace her displeasure with me replaying Sean Davy Wade, excuse me, Loose Booty Wade's uh station heads, because this is what they do. Those regurgitators, they go and they present themselves as angels over here on YouTube, but then they go on station head, aka station ho, and be the punks that they are, and they really bring their Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hydes out, because there was an interview or a conversation that Tennessee and Bossy had, I guess, addressing this 82 situation. Hmm.
Oh, hold that thought, because someone in Lorraine Gardner wanted to know who is Bossy. So
Bossy
because you
Beauty.
mentioned
Oh,
her,
yeah.
because you mentioned her, Can you explain to her because she said she's from another
Yeah.
sector?
Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, and a lot of people come from, and like a lot of people don't know this stuff. And said, dear Yvette, this is why I'm explaining, giving backstory. And like I told, um, Tenneke and Bossy over my channel, and
Mhm.
Sean Davy Ray and House of Princess. Uh, Yvette didn't start that rumor. Yvette wouldn't have started that. Yvette's not that type of person. I mean, she has gotten out of her bag, and I mean, she has a right to. When somebody's lying on you and putting a narrative on you, we all have a right to. Because I got out of my bag with all about the trees, and I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna continue to get out of my bag. Anytime she mentions me, the cross-eyed rapist and this, that, and the third, which is stupid because I don't mean that, I don't know if I should say that on your channel, Hughes,
Go ahead.
but
I told you to be
yeah,
yourself. It's okay.
yeah, I'm gonna be
I
me.
ain't
Yeah,
nobody
I
gonna
mean,
come after me. I wish they
I,
would.
I know that, I'm just saying, but uh, you know, this is the type of hate. See, people only see one side or hear one story, and they don't know the
Hmm.
truth. I bring the truth for the most part, and that's why I think we connect. We're gonna bring the truth. Me, you, Marcella, we're gonna bring the truth. You know, just like the situation with her and Val. That's their situation. Uh, it was what it was. It was way beyond me. I probably seen some of it, but I wasn't really here for it, but people get what they do, what they deserve.
Right.
And there's also other players that are involved in causing
Absolutely.
mess. Yeah, like Queen Tulsa, who plays as a trans woman and wants to be respected as a trans woman, but then goes and does things to John Yates and all of these people, and then throw rocks and hide her hands. So that's why she's the number one flunky regurgitator, because you claim Trees is working for you, but Trees can't stand you. As I'm saying, Sean,
Wow.
yeah, Sean can't even stand you, as he says. I don't know how true it is, but then the level, and DYS, the reason why I played this disrespectful station head is because people were in my chat like, why in the hell would somebody be this disrespectful to women that created them? That could be his mother, that could be his grandmother, and this is how he
Mhm.
talk about, oh, bitch, 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 da, 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 this bitch, this drunk bitch, this bitch, that bitch. Are your kids bitches? Are your daughters bitches? Is your baby mother a bitch? Maybe she is, because I've heard the domestic violence report shows that how much you care and how much you you think about women. So maybe your mother should have took the other route with you, and then you wouldn't have so much hate towards women, somebody that created you. Because last time I checked, um men and us girls couldn't have kids. As much as we love them, and I trust me, I love my nieces, nephews, cousins, everybody to death, and they just run up to me and they love me, and but for Trees to come at me about my nephew, my niece, and my sister, who is very upset, and she really wants to do the bodily harm to Trees, it's insane. But glad that she's the woman that she is, and she has a lot to live for, and she's not as sandbox mentality as Trees. But because I'm sure Trees got, you probably would have seen it on the news by now, but being that no, 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 I haven't done time, and I choose not to. But between life and death, if I'm
Trevor
protected.
Trav.
Hey,
I'm
Trevor, yeah,
sorry,
but
keep talking.
uh, uh, oh,
You want me
between
to
between my life and protecting myself, I definitely will. Hi, my Trevor. I love you more than I love my luggage. How are you? And actually, even we don't hear you, Trev.
Good morning from
Actually, even
US.
oh, I hear you now, my canary baby. Even Trevor was attacked. If you like to expound on that, Trevor, by Trees. I mean, there's no limit to this sandbox tyrant. I mean, this is what people do, but people are gonna find themselves hurt, behind this situation. And like you said, Eagles, on my channel, you know, People have to stop and look because this stuff is going too far. Because Sweet Pea, I have never heard Sweet Pea get out of her bag the way she did. And then to hear the rebuttal that Trees did, like, oh, I got $200. I put it up in my Cash App. We can have a boxing match. Now, meanwhile, we call and Yvette made up this name Regurgitators because
Hmm.
Yvette had just said the day before, why don't we do, if y'all hate each other so much, let's do a celebrity boxing match. She said, I know who I'm going for. And I said, well, I know who I'm going for, you know, and let's do it for charity. Let's donate to a charity, Alzheimer's, cancer, dementia, stuff that affects people. HIV, since y'all love to throw out HIV accusations, let's do it for depression, because a lot of these people, their actions are of depressed people. But let's do it for that. But, you know, this is why Yvette gave y'all the name the regurgitators because that's what y'all do. Y'all take everything the contenders say and y'all regurgitate it. You have no content. I started the name equals with Jaguar, right? Plain as Jane one time was up there with Wisdom, aka Lashonda, who Jaguar lived with, and Jaguar said, I mean, Lashonda came up there. Everybody was exposing Jaguar, and
Hmm.
Lashonda said, "Jaguar, can you come and get your saggy diaper out of my house? No, man, no need. I threw it away anyway." And ever since then, I started saying, "Oh, that's diaper booty, Jaguar diaper booty, right? Diaper booty." And Trees went and used it, and then 82 started calling Sweet Pea Sweet Diaper Booty. I'm like, why are all of these people? I gotta start copywriting this stuff because if people like Yvette, she started. Let's be clear. Now everybody and their mama is saying, "Let's
Hmm.
be clear. Let's be clear." I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? I mean, damn. Like y'all can't make it. And I see, I'm unrehearsed. When I read and drag, I'm unrehearsed. I don't think about what I say, and I go into another zone. I don't even know what red zone that I'm in, but I'm in it. And it's crazy. But nobody, I have never been to prison. I don't think I want to go because I'm going to defend myself at all course, and I don't want to get extra time. And shout out to, and let me make this statement clear. Shout out to Toxic Diamond because the stuff that was done behind the scenes, and I don't care how you feel, how your vet feels, and how anybody else feels. Like I said, I have an intuition and I have a third eye, and the way this stuff is playing out confirms what I was saying before. Now, it may not have been Tenneke per se that caused the whole jail situation, but there's a lot that people don't know. Like an official kingpin, let me address you because I see that you have been exposed. When I did my interview and AT2 decided to come up and he got dragged to hell with Storm Monroe, that wasn't hate for AT2 because I knew AT2 before I knew Yvette. I knew AT2 and Bossy before I knew Yvette. And Bossy was not this type of person. Bossy became this type of inconsiderate monster that she is when she got around all about the trash. Okay? A lot of them are exposed because of all about the trash. All of their law records, all of their criminal records, all of their open warrants, all of their aliases, which Bossy has about 60 aliases. Now, how in the hell somebody that has a criminal record like Medea, worse than Medea, uh, I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I have on my record is the misdemeanor, and that's because of public indecency. Because I was in an intimate moment, with somebody that I had an intimate encounter with, who is a down low brother. Okay, like a lot of down low celebrities and regular men who are uncomfortable with coming out. And let me say this: I see where Donat is coming from with the black woman, but you don't ever put on white face, okay? Because Fannie Lou Hamer, Hattie McDaniels, Pearl Bailey, and a lot of these people that Monique addressed Charlemagne the Queen, okay, on, uh, these people were called nigger, and that was the last thing they heard before they died. A lot of trans women were called faggot, And this is the last thing that they heard before they died. If you can accept people for who they are, what they are, and the shining stars that you may not see, then there's no need for you to acknowledge their existence. So obviously, you want a piece of them or you want something of them. Okay. And like I told you, Bonnie and Lizzie and anybody else that says they authentically love Eagles, there's no celebrity that can stand up to me, such as Miss Sweet Honeycombs, Sean, uh, I'm not even going to say that, Sean Honeycombs Way, okay? Clive Davis or anybody else. Because I say what I say and I said what I said. Now, living or dead, they will not. Because, see, I'm older than a lot of people think. And trust me, I was there. I know what happened to Sam Cooke. I know what happened to Otis Redding. I know what happened to a lot of these people. And my cat eyes, the name that I gave my cousin Etta James, trust me, if you guys knew the real, you would shut your mouth. Because a lot of racism still goes on, whether you like to know it or not. So while you're pandering to these Caucasian people, no shade to the white sector and John Yates, let me address you. See, when they were attempting S on your life, a lot of these content creators that are now playing in your face, okay, and pushing up the narrative that you said all these N words and this, that, and the third, I stood up for you. Okay, I did a whole panel about AT2 coming at people for you. I got into a disagreement with Cups of Conversation for you. Yvette and Cups of Conversation got into it for you. Okay, so let's be clear, Mr. Farmingdale, I'm a few steps away from you. Okay, so let's get into it. You don't ever bite the hand that feeds you. Because Tenneke, you were over there with John Yates. While you're talking about Yvette, you were over there probably before Yvette. Okay? Let's get into it. You dragged me and said I had HIV because you were counting Yvette's pockets saying she buys subs. Let's be clear. Okay? Huh. Now, what kind of woman that's supposed to be a grown woman counts another woman's pockets? That's not a woman. You're a little girl. Okay? Because you can't take off that helter skelter mask on your face. We know what you look like. Just like Wendy told Miss Wendy Williams, quote unquote, I know what you are and know what you look like. Now, Tommy, attest that. The reason why I got kicked off your panel, the show that I was running, because there were times you didn't even want to get up and do your show, the Tommy Williams show. Okay? Let's get into it. Now, Apple Crescent, can you tell that while you're running, trying to get with Tommy? Okay? And I never told you anything about your mother. I was happy your mother was dead. I have a mother too. Okay? Let's be clear. Y'all getting it today. The 8 ball has bust, and now I'm here. So y'all don't know a damn thing about what went on with Nippy and anybody else. Leola Brown is speaking facts, no matter how much you care about it. Because did y'all know that Stacey Hoare Francis, a member of Frown Upon Brownstone, got up and touched Whitney's breast? And Omarosa is the one that saw it. And Eagles, I'm gonna reach out to Omarosa and see if you can get her on the channel, okay? So she can tell
Can,
herself.
can you
Okay,
take a
let's
breath?
get in.
Can
Huh?
you take a breath just for a quick
Okay, I'll
second so
take a
we can
breath. I'm
let
sorry
Trevor?
because I,
Uh-uh.
yeah,
I,
okay,
Trevor came up, and I don't want to
yeah,
make him
yeah,
feel
yeah.
as
I
if
know,
we
I know.
ignore it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna let you go
go ahead.
right back
Uh-huh. Okay,
into.
go ahead, Trevor.
Come on, Trevor. Welcome to the nest, Trevor Trev.
Hey, good day. Eagle, thank you so much for allowing me up onto this panel. I
My
will
pleasure.
keep it short and sweet because clearly Sparkle has a lot to say, and
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt anybody's flow. But the bit that I did want to add, if I may, please,
Mm-hmm.
is that we live in a very metropolitan, open society. I,
Yeah.
just like you, the first thing that I think of every day from the minute I open my eyes until I close them is it is not my job to judge anybody
Absolutely.
for any reason whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Sparkle to me, yeah, and I'm sure when I drop down, she will tell you that I am somebody that admires her,
Mhm.
respects her, learns from
Yeah.
her, makes me want to be a better person.
Yes.
End of. I grew up in the UK. I
Mm-hmm.
spent a lot of time in America. I also spent some time where I reside now, which is in another part of Europe.
Okay.
Luckily, life to me has introduced me to many people from different paths of life. The most important thing to me is my faith. That's first and foremost. And as
Yes.
somebody reminded me the other day that when my day of judgment comes,
Yes.
I won't be asked about you, Eagles. I won't be
Right.
asked about Sparkle. I will
Right.
be asked about my actions. Yeah.
That's right.
And again, I'm just going to throw it out there. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't come from a world or live in a world, sir, and with the highest respect, Drew, the way that I was raised was if you haven't got a nice word to say about anybody, then don't say it. Yeah, I don't
Ab-
want to. Um, I don't. I don't understand the beef sector. Yeah, I really don't, and I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not a content creator. Yeah,
right.
so I'm just gonna drop down, and
Wait.
if you do, anybody listening, go over to Sparkle's channel. You will find me there as a moderator. Sometimes
Yeah.
I go up on StreamYard like this, and we have many conversations.
Yes.
I don't care that people go on Station Head and stuff like that and say things about me or other content creators, because what I don't do is I don't take what I heard from here and use it over there. Yeah, I learn a lot from everybody, apart from people that are on totally different paths to me. And if I find that, I hit the block button. I don't, just simple as.
Yes.
So thank you both for allowing me to come
Don't go
up.
yet. Don't go yet.
Sparkle,
Trevor
you
Trash.
know I love you. No, seriously, I have to because I'm on a totally different time zone to you, and I want to put my air conditioning back on. To be
Okay, let me
honest.
ask you
So,
this one question
Sparkle,
and I'll let you
I love
go.
you more than I love you.
Okay. Yeah, thank
Sure.
you. And Trevor, I thank you so much because I could be having the worst day and you will come up like you don't understand. I appreciate you and I even appreciate you, Eagles, always because you guys just bring a joy, a light out of me that I have yet to see. But Eagles didn't want you to go real quick. So I'm going to mute and let Eagles, you guys talk because you don't really, you don't get this opportunity to talk to the
Yeah,
one and only Eagles. So I'm going to let you talk to Eagles and then he'll get back to me.
I'm gonna let you go in
Sure.
just a few minutes, Trevor. But can you tell me how you found Sparkle and why is it that you have such a love for him that you've possibly seen some of the mistakes
Hi.
that he's made, but yet look over them and still love them, love her?
In all honesty, is that I have first and foremost the highest respect for Sparkles. I truly, honestly, 1000% do. So we came across, I think it must have been on a panel. To be honest with you, I can't remember. But it was an instant thing. And then I found Sparkle's channel and I followed her from there. I've learned a great deal from Sparkles. A great deal.
Yes.
That's it.
And I
Okay.
love you, my Trevor, more than my luggage.
One more thing, and I'm gonna let you go so you can get your air on because I'm in a room and I got a ceiling fan going
Okay.
and it is still hot. But I am enjoying this live so much. So Trevor, since you have announced that
Please
you
call me Trev.
okay that you have established a friendship with her, what would you say to the ones in the chat right now that have seen a lot of fumbles
A lot of
and
trouble.
what would you say that might be encourageable to them that maybe that it may touch one of their hearts to say, okay, maybe I can give Sparkle another chance?
Um, I don't think that there's anything you can say to any adult that's going to sway them one way or another. If I'm honest, I think it depends on how you connect with somebody. I've not seen, and as I said, I'm sure when I go down, Sparkles will say what she needs to say about me. And
Yeah,
it's that I don't, I've not seen anything from Sparkles so much as us even having a harsh word. But maybe it's because I don't have that longevity, if you will.
okay.
Um, I, I feel that that Sparkle is somebody that is often painfully honest. And
Yes,
that to me is a very, very, it just shows the integrity. If I
absolutely.
was sat next to, next to Sparkles conducting this interview with you, Eagles,
Hmm.
perhaps I would coach her in a slightly different way to put her point across. But at the end of the day, that's not what this is. This is Sparkles being her authentic self. She's
Yes.
not auditioning for the Real Housewives of Alabama. She's on
Absolutely.
your panel. She's asking people to respect her,
Mm-hmm.
to listen to her, and to make their own judgments and make their own opinions. And to
Yeah,
me, as I said to you, you can't ask for anything more than that.
that's right.
So
That's right.
again, my yeah, so that is it in a nutshell. I'm sure that hopefully Eagles will get a chance to speak again, because
Yeah,
I get the feeling that we're likely to turn up on similar platforms to talk
yes,
about a variety of subjects,
absolutely.
and
And
I
we are.
can.
Go ahead. You're the guest. Come on.
No, no, please, no, please. I'm sorry. I was slightly
No, no. You're fine.
distracted because as I said, I'm on a different time
Exactly.
zone, and it's also extremely hot. If I was to turn, if I
I'm
turn
finna let you
the
go.
aircon on, your
I'm
uh, people in the panel would on the panel and also listening would hear a lot of static noise and stuff like
mm,
that.
right. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you go. Let you drop down so that you can get your air on, because I feel you, because it's really hot where I am. But I want you to know, Trevor, that you, as well as Sparkle, you all are always welcome on my channel. If you come in, if I'm live and you come in, you can always ask me to drop the link, and I will surely do it uh, and bring you up. So thank you for coming up. I appreciate
That
that, and I know
no,
Sparkle
thank,
too.
thank you both. I've got to backtrack and watch the replay because I came in quite late from doing something else, so I profusely apologise for that. And yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Thank you so much again, and
You're welcome.
I hope that Sparkle will continue to speak her truth and that people
Absolutely.
will hear her out. No plug for hear her there, but I am a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a content creator, um, so I don't have anything like that I wish to promote. And as I said, I'm rambling now because I am, and I
I
just
know, Trevor. I love you.
sincerely
Thank you
thank you
so
both.
much.
And
Yes.
and
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much,
again,
Trevor. But yes,
please
you're like
everybody enjoy the rest of your evening.
yes. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye now.
Eagles.
Yes, sir.
Eagles.
Ma'am.
Can you? Yeah. Can you drop the link again real quick? Because I'm trying to switch my phone because I'm charging this one. I don't want it to die.
Absolutely. I'll drop
But
it again.
Lizzie, yeah, Lizzie, and I said it in the chat. Lizzie and Bonnie, I'm gonna go through my thing because I'm getting ready to go live, and I want Eagles and Trevor to come over to my channel, and then
Absolutely.
we're gonna do a unrehearsed impromptu interview with Eagles if he doesn't mind.
Oh, that's
Uh,
fine.
yes, and actually, if Trevor wants to get in and get, anybody that would like to get interviewed or whatever, you definitely can come over to my channel. But I'm gonna make sure that Bonnie and Lizzie are not blocked, and we're gonna come up on the panel and we're gonna talk about it if you girls don't, or if you ladies don't mind, because we have to get something clear, something straight. And dear Yvette, if you're out there, you can click the link as well because I want to know where this narrative came from, or was this just pulled out of anywhere? Because I didn't know that Bonnie was a content creator. Like I said, me and Hood Life were very shocked when we heard the allegations or whatever that was made about dear Yvette, but we didn't pay it no attention, like really pay it any attention, like she didn't. And we definitely need to clear this things up. And here at TV, I definitely need you and Hood Life to click the link, because somewhere along the line there's a disconnect. Like I said, I know I've made a lot of videos, calling you disconnected TV, hear her. But let's address this, because and if Goody, aka Gax's Paradise, if you like to click the link as well, because and not to try to rectify you guys' situation, because that's your own personal, whatever you have going on. But hold on one second, Eagles. I'm coming in on the other
Oh,
channel. Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah. You hear me? Yeah.
All right. I think it's gone. You're good. Okay. Is this the one that you want?
Hello. Yeah, I'm on that one, so you can take the. There it is. Yeah, but I definitely I'm gonna check these ladies and see, because we definitely need to have some kind of a sit down. Like I said, Eagles, and you've definitely been a light of joy, and a light of seeing things from another perspective, as well as Trevor, because Trevor makes you laugh. Like I said, Teddy, I'm on with Teddy. Anybody, Red Label, Levon's Library, my second son, because Trevor is now adopted as my first son. I'm like, oh my God, how do I get all these kids? But I really thank you. I love you, and I appreciate you, Eagles, because you don't see gender, you don't see color, you don't see anything. You just see the heart of people, and that's why you've lasted so long, and you're going to continue to prosper, and speak words of encouragement and speak those lives, because anytime I ask you to pray, you pray. Anytime I ask, even no matter what you're doing, and people don't have that kind of heart anymore, or kind of love for each other anymore. And it's really getting sad on these YouTube streets, and I think we absolutely need divine, purposeful people like you and Trevor to be in our lives, because if we didn't have it, we wouldn't have a balance of spirituality, of faith, and of men and also women of Christ, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. God is not going to ask you, well, how many people did you curse out today, and why did you curse out that many people today? The Most High will say is, did you treat somebody with respect? Did you love somebody? Did you pray with somebody? Did you see beyond somebody's faults? And that's just it. But I love and thank you so much.
You're welcome. No, I was running through the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I'm definitely about to check that out now. I'm about to go on my block. I forgot how to go on the block list. If you remember, Eagles, I forgot. You can do it Google, and you can do it another way. I forgot. But anybody that is in the sound of my voice or may hear this, speak with your girl Marcella, hear her, Hood Life, Yvette, AT2, even not Sean, Tenneke, Trees, Bossy, anybody that would like to come up and have an adult conversation and have your point of view, because we can all agree to disagree, and I'm not that kind of woman that I would shoot down what was said, but I am going to acknowledge the right and the wrong. And, you're going to have your opinion or your thoughts or, your way of seeing it. And then I'm going to have mine, because this is really, really getting out of control. And like Eagles has said, this stuff has got to stop, because, people are going to get hurt, and, people are already facing jail time, and it's really ridiculous at this point, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eagles. Are you?
Okay. I want to thank everyone for coming. I really appreciate the support. I know many of you have had questions, and I hope that they got that we answered well, that she answered as many of your questions. Uh, to Shonda Hinton, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Uh, I don't believe she meant any harm to Shonda when she mentioned Goody. But here, let me put this up so that you can see it.
Yeah, put it up. No, not leave Goody out of it, Tashonda, because uh I want to know because Goody was disrespected. Her children were, well, her child was disrespected by trees as well. You know, very her mother, her grandmother, like people. This is what stuff that y'all don't know. Now, Goody is not exempt from being called. Me and Goody have a good relationship as far as I know. Now, I know I was in her chat the other day and people were just like disregarding me. You know, Princess. A lot of people were in the chat. Princess, I think she did say hey, but you know, as far as I know, unless Goody tells me something different, as far as I know, that's my sis, you know, because I did give her a heads up regarding what was going on with Trees, and I'm not sure if she actually heard the station head where Trees disrespected her mothering skills and saying that's why Goody and the cross-eyed rapist get along so well because her son is cross-eyed and she might think that I'm her baby father and all kind of craziness. That's okay. That's you. You know, and see Tashonda, I've seen you. And I don't know which camp you're from, but uh, uh, you know, these are the conversations that need to be had. 'Cause a lot of things are misunderstandings that can easily be cleared up. Like if I had Val on my channel yesterday, because Tulsa made up this narrative after Viva S had a panel saying that I sent Marcella the link, but I called Val my aunt and I didn't send her the link. First of all, it wasn't my panel. It was Yvette's panel. And I didn't know Val was coming up as well as I didn't know Tulsa was going to be on the panel. Because I know Tulsa wherever she goes, and I'm giving her she respectfully. She causes a lot of confusion. And I also know that Tulsa had pushed Trees up to go at Hear Her when Hear Her wasn't paying Trees any attention. And see, that's what I have to learn to do, not pay that sandbox mentality person any attention. But when you come after my children, I'm like, no, I consider my nieces and nephews and all people my children. You know, it's war. I don't care who thinks or who what, because the same thing she did with Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea's family and her daughters didn't have anything to do with the beef that Trees wanted to start. If you ask Sweet Pea to leave you alone and then you keep antagonizing her, she has no choice but to strike back. You know, and that's just what people have to understand. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Now, Goody is not exempt. As far as I know, Goody is good to Shonda. I don't know if you're no disrespect. I don't know if you're a troll or I've never actually even seen you in Goody's chat. I know Joyelle and I know Marcella came through. A few people come through and, you know, they support Goody, but like Goody said, she don't have that much support. So she's basically an underdog like me, but everybody wants to use her content and when she laughs and gags, which is so damn hilarious. I mean, you know, people, you know, they don't want to shout her and give her the respect that she deserves, and I feel the same way. You know, and these streets are getting real treacherous and real revealing on these streets. You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's getting real revealing on these streets. And like I said, I'll just be saying blessings to people in the chat, and I won't be mentioning names. And Trevor, I wanted to, because I know you did leave a comment and say, you know, that hurt. But I wasn't talking to you. I'm not talking to authentic people that support me. I'm talking to the ones who may mention us or whatever the panel was and throw shade and this, that, and the third, but then can't have a grown woman conversation or a grown man conversation behind it. Okay, the doors were opened up, and just like Val said, Yvette, we love and support you because you took the step to try to rectify or try to get the selective outrage going, talk going, hypocrisy. And that's what a lot of people on this internet are doing, being hypocrites, because they'll talk about this situation, but then they choose not to talk about, or they won't open up another situation. And see, that's what I mean by being bold and built for it tough. A lot of people can talk about it, but they're not being about it. Such as Eagles. Such as Eagles. That's why when he asked me to interview, I said, of course I would, because Eagles is a fair person and he speaks his mind and he doesn't, be biased. All of that, the third, and that's basically what I want you guys to do. If you want to come up, be unbiased and state what you need to say, because closed mouths don't get fed. You have to make your prayer requests known to the Most High. But see, some people have fell out of praying and out of asking for what you're in need of, and you never know. You might just get blessed with what you want. So see, or somebody else can get blessed with that you prayed for, and you may get another blessing in another kind of way. And people don't understand that. Like Eagles is going to be tremendously blessed behind doing this. So, people, I don't know, people are very strange, but like I said, I'm just going to be from now on in the chat. I'll always speak to Eagles because Eagles always speaks. Trevor always speaks. And anybody that speaks my name or types my name in the chat, I will acknowledge. But anybody else said, oh, I didn't have time, I didn't see, but you had time to see everybody else's names and everybody else's chats, then you just conveniently got blind or, didn't see mine. So, and it's crazy. And I support a lot of people. And that's one thing, Bonnie, I can say that you're telling the truth about. I support a lot of people, but when the favor is returned, it's not reciprocated. So, and I can't really say that about Yvette, because she basically shares on me. She always asking, where's your channel? What's this? What's that? They can't find you. Make sure it's there, this and that. So, it's a lot of stuff that y'all don't know. And like I said, it's a lot of things that people are not telling, like with these fake emails and this, that, it's a lot. But I'm going to get into it on my channel. But Eagles, if you have anything else to say, if you want to call out with a closing prayer or, whatever you want to do, this is your channel. I'm just a guest in your house.
Right quick, before I let you go and we go over to your channel, let me acknowledge a few other content.
Let me do it. I got this one. Let me do it. Starbucks lover. Let me explain something to you.
That's what I want you to.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to do this too. Let's get it. Okay, because the 8 ball is rolling. And see, when I go on my channel, people think I just be, spazzing out. So I'm glad that you see what I'm seeing. Starbucks lover. Let me address this. Okay, this situation happened because me and Yvette were in Goody's chat. Okay, Goody was, how Goody does. Goody comes over and she, talk. We were in her chat. She talks her shit. Yvette talks her shit, and they have fun with it. They're grown women about it. They don't get dirty and nasty and children and family and lineage like Trees does. Okay, they don't go to the weakest link because that's what all they have. They have fun and we have fun with it. She calls her paper bag drunk. She calls her Goody BC powder head, and that's what it is. It's fun. Now, her felt some type of way. I guess somebody ran back an agitator and told Goody. Me and Yvette were in Goody's chat, and I don't know what the situation was with Goody and Hear Her, but I heard that all Hear Her said was, don't you have a child to attend to? Now, in my opinion, that's not nothing bad, but if people don't want you speaking on their children in Goody's defense, then they don't want you speaking on their children. The same thing with my nieces and nephew. Now, if my sister would have ran down there, God forbid, and ended Trees, then everybody be, oh, well, that's this and that and this and that. No, there's certain levels to where you can go. I'm sure Eagles wouldn't appreciate if you talk about his deceased mama. If you have a problem with Eagles, leave it on Eagles. That's crazy. And that's just hypothetically because I don't know if Mama Eagles is, an angel or
She's
not.
alive.
But
She's
oh,
still
okay. Thank
alive.
God. Yes, and thank God. And see, these are the people that we need to look up to, the ancestors and the ones who have the know-with-all. Okay. These are the people that intercede for you to even be typing Starbucks. Now I'm explaining. I'm not coming at you. I'm explaining. Now here I had a problem with that, and we were in God fearing TV chat. Who Yvette had just got to 1,000 subscribers, assisted right now. Two guys flirting with her in his chat. Okay, and all I said to Miss Dara Brooks, because I am going to disrespect him, is what's your intentions with my sister, and why who are you, first of all? And then another girl, it was so much going. I just told Yvette, I said, Yvette, because I didn't want to say it. I said, Yvette, I said, I'm gonna tell you right now. But she has said it before. She said it's getting ready to be something. I'm telling you. And I said, damn it, you took the words out of my mouth. I said, I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it. Because every time I say something, or every time I start thinking about something, most of the time it's true or it happens. And it's no sooner than I said that, once we got out of Goodies chat, all hell broke loose. And I'm like, well, damn, we were just over there having fun and gagging and laughing, being what we do. And like, here I felt some type of way. I'm like, well, what the fuck is going, and then she's like, oh, she typed in black and white. Oh, it's a shame, how many friends I have that be in my ops chats. I'm like, girl, if you knew how many people be in Tree's chat that come in your chat and get information, you'd be shocked. Like Saint Hudson, okay? Because you were called out, and don't make me go pull the footage on Tree's recent station head. But meanwhile, you get up there with Marcella and hear her and act like you don't know. Okay, let's get into it. Yeah, it goes. This thing goes so deep, but yeah, that's what a lot of people do. They go from one chat to the next. Oh, this one said that they add this, and the person, half of the people ain't even said this. They just said something negative, but they didn't say all of what people are saying. Like, people amp up and, oh, this person said this. So now the person is thinking that's their number one supporter. But meanwhile, they go in there, chilling in the chat, talking to people, I'm like, this stuff is crazy. I'm like, everybody's acting like sandbox kids at the Barnum and Bailey circus, underpaid and too late to be in the shade. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, but no, I didn't go at hear her felt some type of way, and after a while, after me and Yvette calmed down, and I think she mentioned Marcella. She got mad at Marcella. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. You can ask Marcella. We weren't messing with her because like Yvette supported her. Yvette supports a lot of people. She don't get the right. And I think that's where we connect too. She supports a lot of people, and people don't show her the same recognition. If I might see, and a lot of people do. I'm sure Eagles does. I know I do. I support a lot of people. I share a lot of people's stuff. And, some people will come back and be like, they'll come in my chat, like Della Creme Media and a lot of other people. And they're like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing in our heart and, heart their comments and stuff. But some people just look at it like, oh, you're supposed to. I'm not entitled to do anything. Okay, I'm grown. This is a hobby, just something to do. Like all of us do. And if people start looking at it like that, then it is what it is. But I've since made up, but I sense because her won't respond, but or either come on my channel or I'll go on her. But I've been in her chat, but she haven't really spoke on it. But I was very interested to know about this crime organization that her and Marcella's talking about, because this thing with the robot, I don't know if you know who that is, Eagles, that's on Trees in them camp. It goes a lot deeper than a lot of people think. Yeah, so this is a lot of stuff, but no, Starbucks. I didn't go and hear her. I was mad with hear her, and me, Yvette, and I think Marcella. Don't quote me, but I guess Marcella can speak. We were mad at hear her because of the stuff that she, the way she felt, and it was a misunderstanding. But see, as contenders, most of us are grown people. We can have adult conversations. Now, me and here haven't had it yet, but I'm just over it. because that's my sister, and I felt very hurt by that because I'm like, damn, because we've been in Goody's chat, I love Goody just like I love her. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's the problem? If y'all don't like each other, I mean, that's y'all. We can't make y'all get along. Even I had one of my moderators, Vicky. I'm not sure which one because it's two of them, and I call them my Vicky twins. Up and her and Goody got into it, trying to explain what happened or what the breakdown was with her and Goody. I don't really care about it, but everybody's going to be in their opinion. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Everybody has a right to clap back. And as contenders family, we're going to fall out. We're going to not see eye to eye, but we always know how to come back together. That's something that our ops, the regurgitators, can't do. Sean don't even like trees, but he's still yet she's promoting him. She won't even promote her so-called sideline girlfriend because it ain't no certificate of a husband business. He's supposed to have 3 businesses. You're so evil and trying to get your unmonetized channels off the ground. You can't even promote his businesses, but you got time to talk about my nieces and nephew, who, by the way, my 15-year-old niece got $1,500 for her 15th birthday. Can you say that, darling? With that 5-year-old who does not know her left from her right foot? Hello? I think someone needs to go to school, okay? And not being shady, just giving you a FYI. And this has no reflection on Eagles, and I want all the smoke until you've died again, honey. Yes, because I'm coming at you until I feel like getting these mansions up off your neck. I paid for these in 1947, honey, and they will not diminish anytime soon, darling. All right? Thank you. Anyway, Eagles, are we done here? And I hope Starbucks, I hope you got a fresh dose of coffee. Thank you. Go. Yes, honey. Mm-hmm. Yes, but I love it, Starbucks. If you'd like to come on my channel and come up on the panel, you definitely can. And Eagles, it's so funny. Do you think, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think that I'm good on panels or what? Because Trevor actually said me, Red Label, and I believe Lavon, my other son, and Jennifer Love Spirit would be great on panels.
I think you are great on panels. I know some.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I said we definitely need to start that.
But I think you an amazing content creator.
Yes, you are. You are definitely too. And I thank you so much. I don't know how you do it. God is definitely shining through you because, my God, today you are just irreplaceable, Eagles. I don't even know how to put it into words, how good you are and how prayerful you are. I mean, you could be doing a million things. You will stop and pray. Like, I just don't understand it. And I pray that I can get to the level of anointing that you have. I mean, it's like crazy. And love to Mama Eagles. I love you. I didn't mean anything by, I hope you're not offended. I didn't mean anything.
Okay. It's okay, sis.
I just want to give an example because we need our ancestors, and a lot of people like trees, they don't have ancestors. And I really can't say that because her mom did tell her, on Station Head Live, which I have on one of my videos, that's not right what you're doing to that girl. She's talking about she's going to lose it all and kick Sweet Pea's behind, which I don't think would ever happen in a million zillion years. But you started all of this, and y'all could have did this for a celebrity boxing match, like Yvette said. You started all of this. And then you caused all of this, caused yourself to be going to jail, to be facing charges behind something that could have turned out negative, that could have turned out positive. It's insane. But I'm like, all for what? For brownie points? To show Tenneke and them that you this bad person and this reigning queen that's gonna be sitting 3 hots in a cot? I mean, come on, because leaking medical records, whoever did it's sick and sad. I mean, it's to the point where YouTube is not fun anymore. Just like your TV said, it's not fun anymore. It's becoming a dark place, but we gotta try to all of the good ones and all the I ain't gonna say righteous ones, but all the ones who are trying to make a step toward righteousness. We need to start linking up, contenders, and we need to keep it and tighten it and strong to have fun again and make YouTube game night and this, that, and the third, bingo, Jeopardy, truth or dare, these good things that that stuff of the past that we need to bring back, and if people want to be sour apples or sour grapes, then let them be there, let them stay over there. Yeah, and we need prayer warriors like eagles, to be in the midst and protect you and from the seen and unseen, because you don't know what people do in times of desperation and times of trying to be on top. People would do anything. If y'all see the stuff that I know about these celebrities that I saw personally doing to get to the top, you would be shocked. Sacrificing families, not people that they don't care about or people that they hate, people that they love. Okay, and this is from my mouth to everyone's ears, even Jesus, because Jesus know it too. Okay, so please, so miss me with all that other junk. Anyway, but I love you, Eagles. I'm done. I'll be on my channel. I'm getting ready.
You're going to log on now?
Yeah, I'm gonna log on now, so you and everybody else that wants to can come over to my channel. Yeah, I'm gonna thank you so much, my Eagles. I'm gonna kiss you and throw you in the air. You're amazing. Oh my God, you're amazing. Yes, I mean, there's nobody like you. You're one of a kind. I mean, and I mean that sincerely. There's no gaslighting, no nothing. When I speak it, I speak it. I mean, and you're gonna be blessed tremendously because you have the heart of gold, and not many people have it. But I love you anyway, and there's nothing. I love everybody in this chat with all your opinions, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so that's that. Bonnie, Lizzie, everybody, even those. I love you too, from a place of as Christ loves. So there's nothing you can do about it. But I just think we need to get to a place where we can be cordial and have a grown conversation. If everybody says that they're grown, and if you're not willing, then that just shows your integrity and your devaluism. That's just that. Yeah, you can put the chat up because I want to see what these people are saying. This is going to be interesting. Yeah.
Let me go back up for a little more and go.
Yeah, y'all have to put up everything. Just wherever you want to start. I'm just looking because I'm trying to figure out how to get to this. I forgot to get to the block. Do anybody in the chat know how to get to the block people? I don't know if it's the studio. Yeah, it is the studio. I just can't remember how to do it. Let me see. Yes, let me read this comment that Laura. Oh, shout out to my baby Laura. Prayers for Laura Eagles, please. Laura said we have to in the future be better at having control and rules when there's a panel. The panel on hypocrisy was epic, and yes, it was because everybody was talking about it. And I highly suggest everyone go and watch the first two because it was off the chain. However, let me be clear. There was a lot of disrespect in talking over each other, which is unacceptable. Sparkle, don't let anyone in your life make you feel like you can't speak to anyone by calling your name in the chat. Because at the end of the day, you have First Amendment right, which is called freedom of speech. So if something like you just I'm keeping track of everything, and I bet you a lot of the rap that's going on these days will stop. Also, anyone who said he and referring to talk was being disrespectful, and in my opinion, being foul, doesn't have a spine to stand up and speak to someone who knows who she is, and you can't make her wave on that. So in the future, make sure you refer to Sparkle by calling her name and use the correct pronoun. Otherwise, you run into that category of people who are uncouth and don't even matter. Baby, it's a lot more, but I'm not going to read all of it. But yes, and I love you, Laura. You have been A1 from day zero. Even when me and Yvette, locked horns for a moment, you still came and supported and loved. And I pray that the affliction be disintegrated by the Most High back to the pits of hell from which it came. And I know Eagles is gonna, pray a special prayer for you. I don't know if he wants to do it now, or if he's gonna do it on my panel, or what he wants to do. But this is his panel. And I thank you so much for having me as a guest in your house and sparking the sparkle and this first round of conversations. And you know,
Yes. Yes. Okay,
you
so her
know,
name is Laura.
Laura,
Laura.
stress free. Lady Laura, stress free, happy.
Lady Laura.
I love you.
Stress free.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to
Mhm.
pray, and we're going to pray, and then I'm gonna run through the chat and acknowledge you all and thank you all one by one, and then we're getting off of here. Let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus. God, I thank you. I thank you for what you're doing and what you're going to do. God, I thank you because you're so merciful and so gracious, God. When we messed up, you still love us. When we do it right, you still love us. When we fumble and fall, you still love us. And we thank you for that. We thank you for the mercy and the grace that you have shown towards us, that you have given us. God, I ask now that you would touch every person right now that's in the chat, God, that you would touch them, that you would bless them from the crowns of their heads to the sole of their feet. Anything that they may have need of, God, healing, deliverance, that a miracle, I ask that you would just give it to them, God. Let healing rest upon them. We ask for Laurel, Lord, that you would touch her body, that you would heal her, God, from the crowns of her head to the sole of her feet. Even Nicole Reload, God, while they're going through their situations and circumstances of affliction, that you would touch now and bring deliverance, that you would bring healing their way, God. We come to remind the enemy that no weapon
Yes.
formed against us is going to prosper, and every tongue that rises up against us shall be condemned. I thank you that we're able to spread our wings and begin to fly and fly high, high up in the sky, above every lie, over every rumor, over every trap, over every trick that the enemy has set up for us. We're able to fly high above it and fly in the sky and begin to soar right into our victory. Why? Because the Bible says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. They shall run and not get weary. They shall walk and not faint. I thank you for it now, God. Right now, that you have worked it out and you have changed every situation and circumstance. Now, in Jesus' mighty name, we seal it with amen,
Amen.
amen, and
Amen.
amen.
Amen. Thank you, Eagles. Oh my God, you just blessed our lives right then.
All right.
Whew, thank you. All right, I love you. I love you. I'll see you in a
I
minute.
love you.
Thank you, my Eagles.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Whether your opinions, your love, your hate, not your hate, your concern, your knowledge, your unknowledge of knowing or not knowing. Thank you so much, and I would love for you to join me over at Sparkle. The legendary Sparkle is my channel. You can find me through that. Um, Sparkle's reactions and Speak Easy. Thank you and shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to Saki Speaks Easy, dear Yvette, and most of all my anointed eagles.
Bless you.
Mar-
Bless
yeah, speak with your girl Marcella. Hear Her TV, Gangsta's Paradise, Red Label Confessions, my son Lavon's Librarians and the Humanitarians, uh,
you.
Snooky and Benz, everybody that has love, and even the ones who may not love Sparkle and Eagles, and the ones who may not understand Sparkle or Eagles, but just know that Christ loves you best, and
That's
and
it.
and making known your requests to the Most High, that you get knowledge and you get understanding and you get wisdom, that you
Yeah.
can learn to understand it better, and beloved of Christ. I mean, oh, Eagles, you got me about to pray. I feel it praying spirit. All right, it's time for me to go. Jesus, oh Lord, Hallelujah. All right, I love you, Eagles. I gotta go. All right, thank you
Oh,
so much, Eagles. I love you. I'll see you
you're
in a
welcome.
minute. Thank you, guys.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Mr. Terry Jones, for always being there for Eagles, his backbone, his support. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Bless you all. Love you.
What a show. It was exciting. It was exciting. I thank all of you that came by. Um, thank my special guests, my friend and my sister Sparkle. Thank you for coming to grace the panel. I appreciate you. Let me acknowledge, speak with your girl Marcella, Sharon Saylor, Karma is a Beach, uh, Lizzie Borden. Thank you. Uh, let's see, Lizzie Borden. I love Bonnie. Starbucks lover. Let's see. There is Thinking 247. Thank you for coming. Lorena Gardner, thank you for coming. I really appreciate you all. Let's see. Scroll down some more. Let's do it this way. So many of you came in, and I really appreciate it. Associate Minister and Reserve Deacon Mr. Terry Jones, my moderator, I thank you for coming out tonight. Associate Minister, bless you. Let's see, there's some new folks down. Tashonda, Ms. Vaughn 50, thank you for coming. So many of you. Thank you all for the kind words that you have said and being respectful. I appreciate that. Leon Lefty 0818, thank you for coming, my brother. Appreciate you. Down. Trevor Trev. Thank you for coming up, my brother. I appreciate you. Okay, where there was Tashonda. Thank you. Looking for your name, but I don't see it yet, so I'm still scrolling down. But Tashonda, I remember that being your name, Tashonda. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I thank you for subscribing to my channel. I am blessed to have you here, a part of my Eagles family. Is that it? No, because Tashonda, there was somebody else that came in. I want to just thank all of you that came in. I really appreciate it. You all really came out, showed support. You all were very respectful, and I thank you for that. Well, I'm getting ready. Wow, 3 hours. I'm getting ready to get on up off of here. I want you all to enjoy the rest of your day. Tashonda Hinton, thank you. Thank you for coming and subscribing to the channel, sis. Starbucks, yes. Starbucks lover, thank you for coming. I really appreciate you, sis. And Lizzie Borden, Carmen is an itch. Starbucks lover. And I think that's it. I really appreciate you all coming. I love Bonnie. Thank you for coming. I know that a lot of you said that you start getting headaches and needed a drink, and I do apologize for that. But this was a real live and very, very authentic. I pray that you all will just be able to agree to disagree with one another. Cindy White, thank you for coming. That you all will agree to disagree with each other and keep it moving. Thank you. Trevor says, I promise you all during the after the live and after I relax and chill, I will come back and go through the chats and look at all of your comments. Trev says, thank you, Eagles, Sparkle, and Chat for a very thoughtful, provoking content. Bless you all. Yes, it was provoking, but it was good. I do believe it was good. Uh, thinking 247 says, Eagle, your eyes open. My eyes is open, and God's going to do what God's going to do with us. All Starbucks says amen. Vicky Black, hello. Thank you for coming. She says, good evening, Eagles and Sparkles. And chat, Cindy White, thank you. She says, amen. Yes, we thank you, Heavenly Father. This is when I was praying. I love Bonnie says, hit the like on your way out. Thank you. I love Bonnie. Oh, what an exciting time for me today. I did not know that it was going to be this exciting and such a challenge, but it's a good challenge for me. Lizzie Barton says we definitely would love a part two. I promise you we're going to do a part two. And hopefully be able to get more of your questions answered and all. Starbucks lover says great interview. Thank you, Starbucks. It was fun for me. It was fun. I didn't find anything negative about this live, so I appreciate you all. Carmen it says, have a blessed Sunday, everyone. Is it Sunday? I'm going to howl at the moon for a bit and get the wolves on the peninsula wound up. I can't. I love you all. I really do. I love you all. Starbuck Lover says, is Sparkle going live? And what's the name of her channel? Yes, she's going live. And she's probably gone live. Now let me see. I'm going to look it up for you. And send you the link. So give me 1 second. So yes, I do thank you all. It's been a joy. And I'm hoping to have more provoking, challenging lives like this and conversations with everyone. Thank you, Karma is a it who says how soothing and how relaxing my voice is. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody seems to tell me that, and I'm going to accept it. So let's see. Here is Sparkle's channel. You all still are coming in. Let's see. Starbucks Lover says great interview. Is Sparkle going live? And what's the name of her channel? I put it in the chat. Tashonda Hinton says she has a couple. Yes. But I think it's, if you go to this one, it should lead you to the her channels. Thank you again, Tashonda Hinton. Thank you. I really appreciate you, my sister, for your support. Comments, it says, really, Eagles, I knew this would be lit, and even stopped cleaning house because I wasn't going to miss this live. Oh my God. I'll watch tomorrow's premiere after Sunday's service. Okay. Bless you. Bless you. Okay, I think I've held you all up long enough. We did a 3-hour live. Was unexpected, but it's been fun. If those of you can handle Sparkle and want to go over to her channel, I pinned the I put it in the chat. Again, thank you all. I appreciate you. Much love, much respect. All opinions is welcomed here. Everyone is welcome here on this channel. I appreciate you all. So until the next time, may God bless you, may God keep you, and may his love forever shine upon you. Stay blessed and safe and in the arms of the Master. I will see you next time. Good night, and thank you for coming. I really appreciate you. Bye for now.